we're signaling right now.
Oh, sorry, honey.
That's okay. Okay, you're good. Excuse me. Okay. So, amid the bustle of Abrandir, within the Rose Ward, where merchants, traders, and craftspeople battle with word and coin, stands an inn not quite like any other, the Yawning Portal. Each of you have made your way to this tavern along greatly varying paths. You've all done so based on a mysterious proposition from an individual of the Ecumenist Conclave. She spoke of a great cosmic battle with the forces of chaos led by Miska the Wolf Spider, and an artifact called the Rod of Seven Parts, crafted by the Celestial Archons to imprison Miska and restore balance. This grand, esoteric tale took a more grounded, pressing turn when she explained that one of the seven parts had been recently acquired by a dark archmage, Sivas Tom. He's an agent of darkness with the intention of freeing Miska from her abyssal bonds. She seeks to recruit you, acknowledging that though her proposition may come off as quite forward, she believes your currently unknown status will lend itself to maintaining a level of discretion when it comes to the movements of the Ecumenist Conclave. Upon ushering you to the Yawning Portal, she left you to rest comfortably in your rooms, promising to answer any questions you may have over breakfast the next day. So Bjorn and Torin, you sleepily wander down the tavern stairs back into the tap room, and you get your first clear look at the interior in the daylight. It's a large tap room composed with wood-paneled walls that are draped in these rich blue tapestries. There's a large bar that lines the western wall, and you see the human man you briefly encountered when you came in late in the night, kind of bustling back and forth between patrons. Around the outside of the bar, the room is lined with stools and tables of stout wood, and there are shelves upon the wall displaying an assortment of different oddities. And you're shocked to see kind of the main feature of the room that you somehow managed to overlook in the middle of the night. There's a massive 50 to 60 foot diameter well of sorts.
Oh, God.
And you gather that this is probably the namesake of the tavern, the Yawning Portal.
Cool.
Yeah. So the center of the tavern opens up into this kind of alfresca style dining area. You can see the sky above through it. There are balconies on the second and third floor that overlook the well. So Bjorn and Torin, you're just at the bottom of the stairs now.
How do we miss that?
So you you glance across, and it's kind of fairly quiet still, but there's a good amount of breakfast seeking patrons. You look over and see your newly made acquaintance Midori kind of leaned up against the outside of, it looks like some sort of a private dining area, and she kind of lifts her hand and waves to you.
All right, we'll head on over.
Yeah.
Cool. So you walk over and greet Midori.
Sorry.
And she says, "Oh, good morning, my friends."
Morning.
Midori, did you have a great dinner? Did you have a good sleep last night?
Yeah, it was much needed after the travel. And yourselves, did you find your rooms okay?
Ah, great.
make me look so bad with your accent.
Fun.
Fun.
Just do your deep voice. That's
Yeah.
all you gotta do.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Beats camping out on the forest floor, I guess. For some, depends on your preference, I suppose.
Yes, of course.
Well, go on in and have a seat. The other members that'll be joining us on this journey should be down shortly.
I'm excited to meet them.
Good stuff. She kind of nods at you as you make your way into these private dining quarters. There's already a bit of a spread on the table. There's some just various fare. There's a couple different pitchers laid on the table. One with juice. One with looks like a dark ale of some sort, as well as just water, and there's like some root vegetables. It seems to be fried up, and just regular kind of pub fare. There's bread and just your staples. Similarly, Belial and Steph, you also make your way down the stairs as well, and in a similar fashion, you pretty quickly kind of made your way upstairs last night, having come in basically in the middle of the night. But yeah, you take a glance around and just try to absorb all that you can. Yeah, there's this massive hole in the center of this space. There's kind of like a haphazardly built stone wall that's like 4 to 5 feet that kind of surrounds it. It seems like a bit of a hazard in a bar, but
Yeah, I walk towards the well and kind of look down and just stare.
I'm
for
gonna
like a
come up.
couple seconds.
I'm gonna come up behind him and like start like kind of like light punch on his arm and be like, "It would suck if you fell down that, eh? Wow, that would be a shitty morning."
Definitely not something that I would want to, not a fate I would like to have.
Yeah, no. You don't got feathers under there. You can't fly, right? You're not some kind of like devil angel thing that I need to know about.
No.
Okay. That would have been sweet though, to be honest.
good stuff. Yeah, peering down, you see this kind of like black iron chain that's on some kind of ramshackle pulley system next to this big kind of plank that lowers into the darkness, and you can see, I guess, well, you have dark vision, so you can see basically 60 feet as though it's dim, but the chain just kind of fades until it's swallowed by the darkness.
I'm gonna look up and be like, "How much do you want to bet we're going down there?"
I don't think I have much currency on me, but I'll bet you 1 copper.
Oh my God. What about a drink? We know how well that went last night.
Only if you agree to drink it if I lose.
All right.
It's a win-win for you.
Win-win!
Are you sure you want to be drinking again?
I don't know. Yesterday was kind of a mess, but it's kind of funny.
Cool. So yeah, you as well see Midori kind of posted up at the outside of this room, and she says, "Good morning."
Good morning.
Hello.
How did the evening find you? Are you feeling rested? There was a bit of travel sickness involved last night.
I didn't sleep too much. I spent most of the night meditating.
I slept like a rock.
Well, a couple of the other members have joined us inside. Feel free to post up. The spread is all yours. So help yourself to food and drink. And I'll be in shortly.
All right. I'll make my way in and take a seat at the table.
I'll go in like kind of slowly and just like kind of like slide up to Elias and just like kind of like duck down a little and like awkwardly sit like too close to him.
Cool.
Yeah,
So, sorry, go ahead, Eli.
I was just gonna say, like, my eyes are kind of just, down, not really making like eye contact, and just like darting around, looking at anything but the other two people that are sitting in the room right now.
Okay. Cool.
I'm
So
gonna
you guys make
nudge him. I'm gonna nudge him and be like, "You're being awkward," but like also I'm just gonna be like really close to him, like looking down as well.
No, I am at peace.
All right.
Just reciting your mantra for the day. I'm at
Yes.
peace. So yeah, you guys both see these two figures kind of shuffle their way in. The smaller one kind of awkwardly like scooches one of the stools at an uncomfortably close position to the person that she enters with. Midori then enters as well. You guys wait probably a couple minutes, and Midori enters and says, I think our last member might need a little bit of a wake-up call. And she kind of runs her fingers along the length of her staff as it kind of briefly flashes, and she begins speaking out loud, saying, Yopa, please come join us in the private dining area. You should see in the tap room, kind of just across from the well, there's like a section that's draped in kind of crimson curtains. Just make your way there. We're inside. And Zach, you hear this. You kind of shoot awake to this. Well, first your head is pounding a little bit. You probably could have slept quite a bit more, but you hear this voice coming through, clear in your head, giving you kind of a wake up call.
From the other side of the well, I wake up, the side that nobody looked at. I'm like, oh. Who was that? Who was speaking? Who's there?
You hear the voice come through once more. Oh, sorry, my apologies. This is Midori. Please come join us for breakfast and a bit of a briefing, if you will.
Okay. Oh, I puked down the well. Ooh. Those ribs last night were really good. And then I walk over to the room and I take a seat. I'm a little bit pale. Some of my skin is a little bit flush with red. My eyes are just slits. And I ask, what am I doing here?
Yeah, so as you enter, Midori kind of closes the door behind you as everyone kind of takes stock of this kind of ragtag group of people that's been pulled together. If you guys want to go around and kind of give a description of your characters, do you want to start, Steph?
So just kind of like awkwardly, like very hunched over, not very like no sense of like, I don't know. I'm just like slouched in the corner here. I have I'm not really hiding anything, so you can see my like pretty gigantic mouse ears. I have like a pretty pointed face. I have like a soft leather patch covering my eye. I'm wearing like pretty clean, like decent looking clothes, but they definitely look like they have like a couple like oil smudges on them, but they're like well made clothing. I have like a wrench strapped to my back, and you can see like kind of a large hammer hanging from my side. Um, yeah, I look like a rat. I look like a little rat.
Cool. Do you want to nominate the next person?
Big B, tell him what you look like.
Okay, so yeah, sitting next to this rat folk, you see a like a tiefling, kind of a young looking, very like clear skinned, aside from his horns that are kind of like jagged, sticking out of his head, kind of shaven down as if he was, trying to get it off himself, and like, bits of flesh are kind of grossly surrounding the horns. I'm wearing some like monkish robes, like uh, very sort of reddy and earthy colors going on. Like my eyes are kind of just like golden orbs, like hovering in my eye sockets, and kind of to my right, twirling a dagger in my tail. And you recognize when I came into the room, it kind of just like instantly became warmer. Like my
Nice.
body temperature is just like, present. Yeah, that's pretty well it. I guess we'll just keep going around the table. Think who's this one? Who's the next one?
David.
That's me.
Who's beside us?
Okay.
So I'm a hill dwarf,
Aw.
and I'm short. I'm 4.5 feet tall, 150 pounds stockiness. Yeah, long red hair, long red beard, tan skin. Big old hammer beside me, and then a hammer on my side as well. Typical dwarven armor and shield, and yeah, that's about it.
Cool beans.
All right. Nice.
Deanna, did you want to describe your character?
Yeah, so I'm like double the size of everybody in this room. I'm a huge Viking man with no shirt on. I just have like leather straps on my chest holding a shield, a couple axes on my side, and my body is full of like runic tattoos, with a big white beard and just like a tuft of hair out the back.
So you're like a humanoid?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a yokel.
Oh. What?
Giant.
Yeah.
Humans.
Yeah, a human yokel. Just like, yeah, similar to a giant, I guess.
Cool.
Awesome. Zach, did you want to describe your character?
Long, shaggy black hair to cover my ears. Maybe peeking through, you could see a little bit of self-mutilation on the ears. You can't quite tell if I'm human or elf. I'm dressed with all my skin covered, essentially neck down to the feet. Clothes are pretty well worn. They're stained. I got a long, thin sword on my hip. I look quite tired and a bit uncomfortable.
Mysterious.
Maybe I smell just a little bit, but you're not too sure if it's bad or good.
Ambiguous smells.
Earthy?
I'll leave that up to you to decide.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nori's like, it kind of smells like ribs in here. So yeah, kind of bleary-eyed. The last member joins and sits at the table, and she's Midori kind of says, "Yes, so welcome everyone."
Thank you.
Hello there, new friends. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm gonna look at like Deanna's like direction and be like, Lord, I thought this guy was big. You're a fucking monster too.
What food is at the table? Is there any food at the table?
Oh yeah, there's a pretty solid spread of just like fresh fruit. There's bowls of berries and melon, and there's a steaming loaf of bread that's kind of sitting in the center of the table with some various kind of platters of butter and peanut butters and jams. Yeah, just kind of a hodgepodge of breakfast foods.
Okay, I just like have been
So,
continuously eating at this table the whole time.
Yeah, I definitely have a large plate full,
Yeah.
and I've just like one thing to the other, sip of ale, one thing to.
Yeah.
I just sit patiently waiting for everyone to finish their meal until I can like go in for kind of like the scraps.
I'm gonna look at Elias's plate and I'm just gonna like put like I have so much food, I'm just gonna like nudge a couple pieces on his plate and be like, don't worry, I got you.
The monks taught me it is not proper to eat before everyone else.
Oh God, you're gonna get skinny.
I can't have that, so I'll put some food in front of him as well. Who knows what we're going to be doing today? We need to carb load.
I'm gonna look at David. I'm gonna look at David and be like, this guy knows what's up. What's your name?
I'm Torin. What's your name?
Torin?
Torin.
Torin. I'm gonna start laughing and be like, this might come up a lot, I guess. I don't really have a name. It's not a big deal. This guy's been calling me youngest. That works the best. Like it doesn't really matter, but like, yeah, I'm the youngest in my family, so like I guess youngest works. I mean, my family's call me youngest. They call me Ogcaw, actually. So I mean, I guess you can call me youngest.
Is that what you prefer to be called?
I mean, as long as you don't throw food at my face or try to kick me out of places, I don't really care what you call me.
That's very rude. That could never happen.
Well, I think people accidentally think that maybe like I'm an actual rat, which is totally fine because I mean I guess my face kind of looks like it, but I'm actually kind of like a humanoid, and my family comes from like a decent amount of money, so I don't really know, but I've noticed traveling that people don't really like rat folk, which is cool. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Well, I like everyone. You're welcome in my book.
And I like your beard, so I think we're gonna get along.
How tall are you, Steph?
I'm like 4 foot, like 4 foot ish.
So you're like pretty much the same height as me.
I think so. I think we're same.
Yeah, so we're like eye to eye. It's good.
Yeah. I'll give you a cheers with my whatever I have in front of me.
Cheers.
I kind of turn my head away from the. You guys are drinking alcohol, correct?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like I probably
I-
shouldn't. I probably
I've
shouldn't.
moved from coffee to a morning ale.
Yeah, I kind of
Morning.
like turn my head away from the alcohol, just like try to get my nose as far away from it as possible.
I'm gonna
I'm
like.
sorry. I didn't know.
He's like young. I mean, I'm younger, but like, whew, no one's keeping track.
Belial, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 14 and oops. See if we can get here. Plus 2, so what is that? 14, yeah, 16.
16. Yeah, smelling just the potent stout that Torin is indulging in starts to turn your stomach a little bit, but you manage to just like deeply breathe and kind of center yourself, and you manage to keep the scraps of food that you've had so far down.
Stay calm. Stay calm. I am at peace.
Are you a recovering addict?
No, I just.
Don't need to pry. You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
It's not something that the monks allow.
But it makes you physically ill.
Well, we
I
had a
bit
drink
of it.
yesterday.
Yeah, I tried a little bit yesterday. Didn't.
Oh.
We
Didn't
got
sit very
wasted.
well.
It's no big deal.
I see.
Yeah, I'm sure youngest enjoyed what was left.
Yeah, I mean, backwash beer, it's not that bad. It's shunned down on, but it doesn't seem too bad.
Good to last her up. That's what I always say.
I know who looks like they really like beer is this guy over here. I'm going to point at Zach and be like, what's your deal?
Sorry, I just passed out.
Looks like he likes the backwash wine or backwash beer a lot.
If there's anything that stops me from thinking, I'll definitely drink it.
You don't like to think?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's deep.
Was that too serious for everybody on the first day?
Oh no. Big B later, he's probably gonna get into some whole dark shit. Don't even worry about it. What's wrong with you? What's your name?
My name is Yopa Rai.
Say it
You can
again.
call me Yopa.
Oh, Yopa.
Yopa Rai.
Yopa.
You can call me Yopa. I don't like my full name. I like my Yopa.
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 Sorry,
Okay,
what was
great.
your name? I didn't catch it.
Who, me?
You.
Oh
The one
God.
who woke me up.
Well, I mean, we're trying to have lunch here, and you were sleeping, and I mean, you can go back to sleep if you want.
Nope. I've done my second awakening today, which means I'll be up for at least the next 16 hours.
Oh wow. You can call me youngest. That works.
Youngest. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Youngest, like the youngest child.
I knew someone named way back a few years ago.
That was name youngest?
Name youngest.
Oh,
I
that's
swear.
great. Were they the youngest child?
I saw them fall off the bridge, drown down the river, and I never saw them.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I didn't really know.
That's dark.
That's very deep.
Midori kind of grabs the glass in front of you, Bjorn, and kind of raises her eyebrows questioningly, as if she's asking if you'd like some morning ale.
Yes, of course.
She pours and fills your stein, pouring one for herself as she says "Skål" and
Good.
extends.
Go. I just like drink the full cup.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't take much effort. It's just like a couple
It's
sips
like
or something.
it's like just palming it basically.
Yeah,
It's like a
yeah.
small thing in your hand.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
kind of like
this big
tea.
small head.
It's like teacup size. Your pinky is
Yeah.
extended.
That's impressive.
Um, so yeah, I think I've kind of given you all the gist of what I'm looking to hire your services for. But before I kind of delve a little bit deeper, I'm just wondering if any of you had any questions offhand.
What's the starting plan?
The starting plan is in like the first artifact, or
Our first move? Our first
Where do we
steps?
go from
Where
here?
where are we going? What is the first artifact? I guess everything I need to know.
fair enough. So I guess first I'll kind of just fill you in on the establishment that we're in, because this is going to be kind of your center of operations, or your hub for the foreseeable future. She says, just wait 1 second. Actually, maybe I'll bring the man in himself to explain. And she briefly sticks her head out of the door to this space and kind of waves over. A couple seconds later, you see the barkeep enter. He kind of slings a rag over his shoulder, and he says, "I see you've you joined it. Everyone's together now."
Morning.
Hooray!
Morning to you. So welcome to my establishment, I suppose. My name's Durnan. I think I've met I've met you, my friend, and he kind of points toward Yopa. But
Yeah, I think I vaguely remember you.
um, so yeah, my establishment here will be kind of facilitating Midori's project. This is the Yawning Portal. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes.
So is that big hole actual portal?
Well, it's not a magically enchanted portal per se, but there are those types of portals.
Is it
Further,
just a hole into the Underdark?
You say you just fall in it and die? Like, what's going on here?
well, I guess I'll go pretty far back in the history if you'll indulge me. But
I love history.
in ages past, there was a mighty wizard who built his tower at the foot of Mount the Duragosric Mountains, and delved deep into the tunnels that were first built by dwarves and drow in search of greater magical power. The wizard and his apprentices expanded the tunnels they found, worming out new layers under the surface for reasons of their own. And in time, their excavations grew into the vast labyrinth known today as the Undermountain. It was the largest dungeon in all of Heartshire. The wizard eventually disappeared, as of all of his apprentices, but the massive complex he built remains to this day. For an untold number of years, the secrets of Undermountain remained hidden from the surface world. Everyone who entered its halls failed to return, and its reputation as a death trap grew to the point that criminals of Abrandir who were sentenced to die were forcibly escorted into the dungeon and left to fend for themselves. But all of that changed with the arrival of myself and another traveling warrior named Mert. Oh,
Sorry.
is that a fart?
I moved the chair back. That would have been a great fart.
You should have.
I was like, wow, tight one.
Only goes right through me.
Goran, was that you? Ugh.
Aye.
You got a tight ass, Thorin.
I do my exercises.
Big fart for a small guy.
So yeah, all of that changed when myself and a traveling companion at the time named Mert found our way down into the Undermountain. We were the first adventurers to return, and for our efforts, we made our way back with a number of riches and magic treasures. While my companion used his wealth to buy a mansion, I had different plans. I retired from adventuring at that point and purchased the land on which sat this deep, broad well that was the only known entrance to the dungeon. And around it, I built the tavern that you now sit within, and the inn that caters to adventurers and those who seek the services of the Yawning Portal.
All right, be honest. How many drunk assholes fall into that nightly?
The number has shrunk, thankfully, since we erected the wall, but some of them will even go in of their own accord. It's almost like it's like the entertainment of my establishment, essentially. Yeah, on a quiet night, the people gather around the fireplace and we share tales of distant places and the monsters we've encountered. But on the busier nights, this place is crowded, and the balconies above the well just overflow, as well as the tables on the ground floor, which are generally filled with adventurers and their associates. But it's true. Through generally, some combination of drinks and the crowd's encouragement, some folks will pay for a trip down into the Undermountain.
How much does
So
it cost?
have you set up a level that's super easy that anyone can go in and not die? Or is it ruthless down there?
It depends on how deep you delve, I suppose, but for the most part, people will pay in advance for a ride down and immediately back up just to say that they did it. Though a few ambitious souls might launch, full impromptu expeditions into the dungeon, but few such ill-prepared parties return.
Sounds like a great adventure.
It's a fruitful, albeit dangerous place, and within the Undermountain there's somewhat of a network of teleportation circles, and a handful of them we've discovered make their way to the general location of some of these artifacts. Hence, why Midori has so kindly asked to use our space.
Now, is there a map that'll bring us to these teleportation circles?
Midori's done a bit of the mapping in advance, but I'll leave you to her. Just wanted to give a little bit of a history on the Yawning Portal itself. And he kind of nods and asks, "Did you guys want anything else?" Well, it seems like you powered through that breakfast.
Feeling good, my friend.
Water.
Alcoholic water.
All right, water and vodka water.
Thank you.
Z gives kind of a nod and comes back shortly after, kind of refills the pitchers and gives a nod and makes his exit. Midori says, so yeah, this is kind of a special location in that it many of the paths that you'll be taking eventually kind of converge here. There are teleportation circles deep within. Some of them are one way, some of them are bi-directional, I suppose, but for the ones that are one directional, and she kind of begins rummaging through her robes and the draped cloth that she's wearing, and she pulls out these two stones. They're kind of red earth colored stones, each with kind of goofy faces carved onto them. Post a picture.
Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah, these will be your way out, I suppose, in the instances where there's no return portal. These stones relay
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So yeah, these will relay a message between the stones or the holders of the stones. It's a brief 25-word message, so you'll have to be succinct, but so long as you let me know that you are ready to come back to the tavern, just let me know and I can make that happen. But be aware that this type of magic is somewhat limited, so generally, I'll only be able to whisk you out of a dungeon probably once. It's not necessarily a back and forth type thing.
These stones, they're not real people, are they?
Who knows? I'm not I'm not the one who developed the initial incantation, but I don't imagine there are, souls trapped within the stones or anything. Maybe.
I put my ear up to the stone up to my ear and just like see if I can get, a hint of anything.
Okay, make a perception check.
Okay. 14.
14. You're anticipating some sort of like spoken message, but as you pull it up to your ear, it's just kind of the whooshing, as if you're holding a seashell or something up to your ear, just kind of like filling the cavities of the mouth and blowing back into your ear.
I just like pull the stone immediately away from my ear, just like, oh, like get a shiver down my spine.
I'd be like, is there a dead person in it? Did you hear a dead person?
I don't know. Why don't you try for yourself?
No. I don't want to hear any dead people. I'm good, thank you.
You have a point though, Belial. We should probably give them a test. And she kind of slides one of the other stones across to herself and holds it. As you hear her voice kind of wordlessly coming through into your head. She says, "Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, Belial."
I don't like that.
She says, "Okay, I heard that you don't like that, so it seems like they're working." So in terms of compensation, the first artifact is 50 gold upfront and 50 gold upon return with the first part, with payment tripling for each subsequent part recovered. So it's a little bit more than kind of exponential growth on your time investment, which is nice.
Is that 50 for the group
Each?
or 50 per?
I like the way you think.
I like the way you think, Rat.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not a rat. Tone it down, skin face.
I turn just slightly, actually more slightly to my left, and I wipe something cascading down from my left eye.
Oh. Little tear there? Oh no.
It's just beer. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
I lean over and I say, like to youngest, I go, I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh, we can't all be soft here. I mean, I can only handle one softie, Big B, and you are it, so.
I turn away.
Oh my God, everyone's so emotional here. If I would have known I was been thrown in the softies, I would have brought my oldest brother. Oldest? Because he is the softest little guy I know.
It's all right. We'll keep everyone's spirits up, and we're in this together.
Big Beard knows.
I am at
Big
peace.
Beard, Big Beard, and Big B.
Big B!
And Big Bjorn.
Two big bees.
What's a bee?
So yeah, 50 gold upfront, 50 gold upon arrival. And yeah,
Sorry,
like
was
I
that
said,
per person?
per
or
yeah,
for
per
the group?
person.
Oh, sweet.
Thank you for clearing it up.
Yeah. So yeah, essentially 100 gold. The next one will be 300, and then 900, and so on. As well, we will provide food and lodging during your downtime between artifacts. So the tavern has we've paid in advance. So any food or drink and accommodation for the duration of your travels, I suppose, will be covered. So to speak a little bit further about the rod itself, each of the individual pieces of it are enchanted and they can be utilized on their own. When they come together, they form the rod of 7 parts, but each of them individually is also a powerful artifact on its own. Each of them has a command word that you must speak in order to tap into the powers of it. And the command word of the first piece is Ruat.
Ruwat.
What?
Excuse me.
Okay.
All of a sudden.
So yes, you asked Torin where the first piece is located. The first piece is located in a place called the Sunless Citadel.
Sunless.
Sunless.
Cool.
It was a once proud fortress that was swallowed by the earth in an age long past by some sort of magically invoked devastation. We're not 100% sure what it was, but by our accounts, the last that we've heard, with the previous inhabitants long dispersed, some opportunistic creatures common to lightless dungeons have moved into these subterranean ruins and kind of taken over it as their own.
So all of these roads are underground, or do these portals also reach to other parts of the world?
Yeah, so they're not all underground. The portal to the first location will drop you off above ground, just a bit of a ways away from the entrance to the Sunless Citadel itself. There's, a bit of an old road that you can follow to find the Citadel itself.
All right then.
We haven't heard too much beyond that about the Sunless Citadel, aside from that one of the pieces is located there. There have been stories of an enchanted fruit of some sort being sold by the goblins that inhabit the Citadel now. No one really trusts it. Initially,
Fruit?
yeah, there's been stories of a deep ruby red apple of sorts that the goblins who now inhabit the Sunless Citadel will sell to towns in the area. And previously, it had been rumored to bring abundance and health to the person who consumes it, but then they began trying to sell another enchanted fruit of sorts, a pale white fruit that seems to have the opposite effect. So since then, no one's really trusted any of the fruit coming from the goblins. I have these as well for your travels. And again, she kind of rummages through a pack at her side and pulls out 3 vials with kind of a crimson red liquid that she sets down on the table. 2 of them are smaller, and the other one's probably like double the size.
Oh, health potions. That's a health potion. I know. I can tell.
Based on all my years of video gaming, it's a health potion.
Health potion.
Make an Arcana check to see if you actually know.
Me?
Yeah.
Hold on.
So roll a d20 and add your Arcana bonus.
D20. Oh God, it's not good. It's not good, I'd say. Arcana. Oh, +3. Man, I'm smart as fuck.
So 10 total.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough. You've encountered a handful of alchemists that have kind of lived in your homeland, and yeah, you've seen people taking these to rejuvenate their vitality, and you do know them as health potions.
Yeah, my dad used to call his bourbon health potions, but we all knew it was a lie.
Midori says, yeah, the 2 of these are at a will give a moderate heal, but the other one's a little bit more potent. So I don't know if someone wants to hold on to those. We can add them to your inventory. It's a potion of healing, 2 potions of healing, and 1 potion of greater healing.
Ooh.
Well, I have quite a bit of healing magic, so I won't need to take one.
I'm gonna look at what's your name again, David?
Torin.
Torin, guess what? I can heal too. No big deal. No big deal. But I know how to heal people too.
That's brilliant. It'll come in quite useful, I'm sure.
Well, hopefully not. Hopefully we don't have to heal people. Do you think we're gonna have to heal people? Oh God.
I think we might have to heal people.
Oh God.
I kind of like rub my like right side of my stomach as of like reminiscing on last night.
I
I could heal you right now if you'd like.
was gonna say, can I cast? Oh wait.
Elias, you've slept. You would have been rested and healed up by now.
Oh, healed.
He's just looking back to the
Yeah,
pain that
I was
once
just-
was.
Yeah.
I don't have prepared for.
That's okay.
Anywho, who's weak? We got a lot of skin bags up in here. I'm sure one of these will die quick, so you should probably have a health potion.
Also, it's good for a strong person to have the healing potion so that they can administer it to guys.
That's true.
I mean, I'm pretty
Surely.
strong. I'll take one.
You should take one.
All right.
I'll take one as well.
Bjorn, you should take one. You're quite hardy.
Sure, I don't have many pockets, but I will take one.
Maybe you could consider to put on a sweater or a jacket.
No.
At least another pouch would be fine.
I just kind of like glance over and just see Bjorn's nipples, but they're just like staring back at me, kind of.
They're like rock hard.
You're just like,
Yeah.
And then I pull out my holy symbol and just like close my eyes for a second.
I sinned.
Do we just look up healing potion life?
Yeah, I added a potion of healing to youngest and Belial's inventory, and then actually my bad. I added potion of greater healing to Torin by accident, but I'll switch it to Bjorn.
Amazing. Sweet.
Oh.
Actually, it's probably pretty warm in here with Belial's just like radiant heat. Your nipples are probably pretty
I'm
flush.
definitely sweating.
His nipples are hard not because it's cold.
That's one horny Viking over there.
Just a pretty stoked Viking.
Cool. So yeah, you have your items. You have some further information about where you're headed. Did you have any other questions of me?
I have a legitimate question. I don't see the potion in my inventory.
Are you looking on the little like tablet on Tabletop Simulator?
Yeah, will it not be in there?
No, so click on the like address bar and then hit enter, and it should refresh.
Okay. Okay, cool. Sweet. Thank you.
And she says, yeah, I suppose, well, here's the initial deposit, and she begins sectioning out 5 bags of gold. She slides off 50 gold pieces to each of you. I also already added that to your guys' currency, so you have 50 gold each.
Cool.
Cheers.
Tight.
I was like, I have 100 gold pieces.
But yeah, don't you don't have to rush off immediately after breakfast. Feel free to explore the outside of the tavern if you'd like. There's a handful of merchants and vendors around town you might be keen to meet, and yeah, not just the yawning portal, but Abrendir, the greater Abrendir, will be kind of your hub. So and here, take this, and she again ruffles through her bag, pulling out a map of the local area. If you want to see it as players, it's in the important notes section on the Discord. But I can pull it up here as well.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Do we just go to the chat? I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's like a couple different channels. There's like general session stories, important notes, memes, and so on.
Yeah. What am I clicking on?
Important notes. But I also just dropped it in Tabletop Simulator as well.
Ooh. Okay. So, just if I got this all clear, just in case, everyone else doesn't understand. We're going down this hole, correct?
Mm-hmm.
To find broken parts of bits.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's there's a network of tunnels basically that this shaft leads down into, and at various points within this network of tunnels, there are teleportation circles that lead to different areas of the world. Yeah, she's kind of tasked you with going through this first portal to make your way to the Sunless Citadel. And she also provides you kind of a crudely scrawled map of kind of the landing point that you'll hit at the bottom of the well, and just the path to the first portal, which is pretty close to the bottom of the well, so it's not too hard to it shouldn't be too hard to navigate.
So we don't need to bring food and all the provisions to make it there. Like, it's not going to take us very long.
Yeah, she says, it could potentially be a week to 2 weeks of travel, and just kind of depending, I guess, how things go for you. But for the necessities, that's kind of included as part of the package. So as well as food that you eat while you're here, we'll provide you with kind of a travel form of any of that as well.
That's cool.
A monk needs nothing but his fists and his mind. And then you hear my stomach kind of grumble a little bit as I try to, my tail comes up from the side and tries to sneak a piece of bread off the table.
I'm gonna I'm gonna dump more food on his plate. Just eat.
I hesitate, or I'd sneak it.
What was that?
I would just say I sneak the food. I kind of just lean to my side and take a bite.
Make a stealth check.
Um, 10.
10. Let's see. What are people's passive perception?
My passive perception is 13.
Damn.
Yeah, I think everyone catches that, but Yopa. So you see Belial. Yeah, your passive perception's a 10, so you just missed it. But everyone catches Belial being a little bit hypocritical there.
I wipe the breadcrumbs off my cheek.
So yeah, there's a handful of merchants. There's blacksmith, an armorer, an alchemist. There's a bookshop. Pretty well, anything that you desire. This is the capital after all, so we're fairly well stocked.
Hmm. Mm.
Oh, it's just easy.
Does anyone need anything?
Not really, no.
I haven't really gone on a large adventure before.
Huh.
Not sure even what I would need.
Yeah, I
This
feel
is
the same.
This is the farthest I've been from the sanctuary ever.
I as well.
Me too!
Mm.
Although they didn't call it a sanctuary, they called it a hole in the ground.
My sanctuary is now a hole in the ground.
Oh, sorry, bud.
It's okay.
I think that's something we'll have to unpack later.
Indeed it is.
I think there's probably a lot of unpacking in this group. Everyone's
Yeah.
very grim.
If anyone needs to talk, I'm here for it.
Yeah, this guy is here for you. Don't talk to me, okay?
But you're my friend.
Well, I mean, other than you, Big B. Come on, I'm gonna punch him in the arm a bit.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, there's handful of things accessible to you. I don't know about one thing particularly that's gonna help you immensely, but you never know. If you have an interest in reading or potions or otherwise.
Hmm. Hmm.
I've done a lot of reading in my days.
Yeah, and you're 21 fucking years.
Yes. I keep a book on me at all times, but I haven't quite gotten to this one. I have.
Should we go to the
So
bookstore?
I don't think I need another book.
Oh, okay. Mm, I don't think I need anything. I also just have more things that I've ever owned in my whole entire life, so I feel pretty good.
Well, great. Yeah. You're free to start at any point you wish.
Should we be getting stuff, DM? You're not. I don't know. I feel like nervous that we're not getting enough stuff.
No, it's up to you guys. You can shop for stuff or not. It's up to you.
I think I'm going to order some more, another entree.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, to go, in some type of wrap, and then just wrap it up and put it on my side.
Nice.
It's in like a wooden box.
Yeah, to go back.
Nice.
Material possessions are not what a monk requires.
Yeah, Durnan comes in and says, I mean, I don't know if we have anything on the menu at least that's necessarily wrap-like, but if you'd like, I can find a mishmash of whatever you have on the menu and wrap it up in some flatbread.
Ooh.
That sounds wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, coming right up. I'll bring one for each. And he kind of steps away for a while, comes back and says, "I'm not sure how congruent the flavors will be, but it's there's some pork liver, some leeks, some goose eggs and broad beans in there. Hopefully that'll do the trick."
Sounds wonderful.
I nudge mine over to youngest.
Yes. Good man. Good man. I'm gonna have to end up carrying you later on, aren't I?
I'm trying to train my body, okay?
Yeah, train your body right into me carrying your body. I hate to tell you, but I think I can only carry 2 to 6 pounds. So I think you're a little over my weight. As long as you don't mind being dragged, I guess it's fine.
Yeah. You're already at capacity with your hammer and your wrench.
Yeah, the hammer is heavy. It's heavy.
Yeah, well, great. You have your fantasy falafels.
Do any of you need any more armor or anything for protection? Who knows what kind of creatures and beasts lie below?
I'm gonna lift my hammer up and be like, "This is the only armor I need."
Confidence is a great strength.
Right? That's what my uncle says, so I go by that.
Cool. Well, you guys.
Anybody else want to do stuff? I would go nerd out at the armory or the blacksmith, but I don't need to go anywhere.
I feel like we're not going to be able to afford anything yet, eh? Well, unless you guys have money. Yeah. I don't have any money, so I can't do shit.
We have 50 gold each right now, don't we?
Yeah, and you probably would have had some just like coin floating around as well. So, yeah, I should have added like a starting value as well. But I'd say you guys probably all have like 75 gold each.
75? Holy shit! No, I don't think I need anything. I feel like I'm probably in the wrong though, but I don't know.
Is Midori still there?
Yeah, she's just hanging out. Also, still just kind of eating her way through the meal and stuff.
So, is this map something that we were given by someone in character?
Yeah, she's given you kind of like the the map that you pick up at the information kiosk.
Midori, what kind of procurements are at the Lazuli Soul?
Yeah, the Lazuli Soul, that's the jeweler.
Ooh.
I don't think that'll help us.
What, jewelry?
Yeah, so
Jewelry helps everyone.
They have rings and amulets and some precious gems. Some of them are of the mundane quality where they're just more for aesthetic purposes, but I believe she also carries some stuff that is enchanted.
Ooh, enchanted things. Should we go there? Oh, he.
Sorry, yeah, it's the owner's a human man.
Oh, human.
Yes, so yeah, the Lazuli Soul, that's the jeweler. The Unbreakable Anvil, that's the armor. The Heat Walker, or no, sorry, the Unbreakable Anvil is the blacksmith who does more like weaponry and forged armor, so things like breastplates and stuff like that. The Heat Walker is more like leatherworking and chainmail style armor. There's Bloodbath and Beyond, which is the general store. Lazuli Soul, I mentioned, is the jewelers. The Reaper's Bite is the local alchemist. Sprockets is the enchanter. And I feel like you, youngest, might have something in common with Sprocket. He's somewhat of an inventor himself. Where he kind of blends the boundaries between the arcane and mechanical invention. The Roseward Bazaar is just kind of a pop-up type market. Yopa, you've I know spent a handful of times there. There's the auction house, which is not currently open for an auction, but when it is open, people come from different areas and even from broader than Abrandir to auction various items of value, as well as Plotbound, which is the book emporium.
Book emporium. I mean, should I check out what's his face? Should we go there and see how terrible he is at his job, and I can kind of show him up a little? What's his name, DM?
Sprocket.
Sprocket. I'm gonna go check out Sprocket.
Great. Sounds good. Well, take the day if you'd like to get your your fill of the comforts of the tavern and of the city, and perhaps tomorrow morning you can set off into the awning portal.
And we just like get lowered into it. Is that the idea?
Yeah, basically we'll lower you down. There's a handful of shields that have been affixed to the walls at the base that generally people will use to signal that they're ready to be pulled up. So if anything should go awry, just turn around and come make a clatter on the shields. There's someone in the tap room at all times, so you should be able to make your way up.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna make my way to this dude. If anyone wants to join me, that's cool.
I'm at your side.
Big B, let's go! Let's go check it out. Anybody else? You might have some fun stuff.
I'll come walk the streets. Might not go in the store, but
why don't we all get together? We need to get to know each other a little better anyways.
What about you, Yopa? Yapa?
Everybody will be walking a similar trajectory, but I will go a different way towards a busier part of the bazaar.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. So yeah, you guys step out into the day in Abrandir. It's a busy day. People are kind of bustling around the city. There's people carting goods here and there. People kind of shouting out to their children in the streets. And you make your way. We'll do everyone who's going to the Sprockets first. see where Sprockets. So you make your way through kind of the. Actually, the bazaar is kind of in the same direction, so I think Yopa, you'd probably split off on the way. Do you do so discreetly, or do you tell the party that you're going elsewhere?
I awkwardly slow down, wait for them to get farther enough distance, and then I just walk.
Okay, make a
behind them.
stealth check.
Ready? Uh, 14.
Ooh.
14. Yeah, that's no one has above a 14. So, silently, you definitely kind of drift back into the crowd, and make a sharp left toward the bazaar, and we'll get to you after this. So everyone else, you kind of make your way through the streets. You gather from Midori's kind of explanation, the city's split into 3 kind of districts that are based on wealthiness. Basically, there's like the Rose Ward, which is where you currently are, which is kind of the middle class, like merchant trade area, where the majority of goods are kind of produced, and people come to trade and barter. The Pendant Heights is for the upper class folks, and they're kind of nestled in behind the palace. It's mostly kind of bougie residential area, though there is, a handful of merchants that are on the water. There's like an aqueduct. There's kind of like a man-made water feature in the middle of the city, with a bridge that crosses it, and that's kind of a busy crossroads where there are businesses on the Pendant Ward side and the Rose Ward side alike. And then there's outside of the bastion of the surrounding wall, there's the Rust District, which is kind of the lower end of wealth. It's bless. Kind of the more poverty-stricken area. There's kind of town made up of hovels, essentially, that surrounds the city. But you make your way through kind of a narrow alley, and eventually come upon Sprockets. The Enchanter's abode is a single-story building. There's a tanned wooden roof and some really nicely trimmed hedges that have been kind of pruned into the shape of like skulls and owls and different creatures.
Can I see who's working before we go inside?
Make a perception check.
There's no like windows or anything, or there's windows?
Yeah, there's a window. This is to check and see what you gather looking through the window.
Okay, hold on. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. This guy? Yeah. Was that the right one?
Yep. This guy.
Yeah. It's a 8.
An 8. You take a look in the window, kind of to the right of the door, and inside you see it's kind of like frosted glass window, but you do see the bright kind of vibrant colors of an assortment of items on the shelves kind of coming through the translucent window, but you can't quite get a solid look inside.
I'm gonna look at Belai. That's your name, Alive.
Belial.
Belial. I'm gonna wink and I'm gonna cast disguise self, and I'm gonna make myself look like exactly like him, just like a female.
Exactly like Belial?
Yeah. But like
Okay.
a woman, and then I'm gonna walk in.
Okay, so I think your disguise self spell, you can go a foot up or down, so you're like a 5 foot.
That's cool. Okay, so I'm littler, but look like him.
You're a petite. Your form as youngest kind of gives you a bit of a nudge. Belial, you see her form kind of flicker, and her facade just shifts into the female version of yourself, petite, kind of red tiefling woman.
I just I'm shocked. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say.
I'm gonna like smile and be like, "Just my name is Art. Just if anyone asks, okay?"
Oh my god,
that's awesome.
Already a crossover.
I'll come in with you.
Okay, cool.
I'm coming in too.
And we go in.
Is everything as small as it was at the yawning portal? Like,
can I fit in here?
Yeah, the yawning portal was it was spacious enough for you. It was more when you were in Broadknoll, in kind of the dwarven area, that you had a harder time. But yeah, they get some surlier people in this area, so you should be able to make your way in.
I think I'm actually just gonna sit outside and just like people watch.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Sounds good. So the three of you make your way in. Yeah, you see very crammed space. It's like I said, a small kind of single-story building, but almost every single storage space is utilized. There's just all sorts of like wand-like implements on the shelves, and various vials and beakers of different liquids. There's a lot of kind of mechanical contraptions scattered around. It's like a messy kind of mad scientist's laboratory, basically. There's a metal horned skull that's sitting on the counter, and it's like metal art, basically. It's kind of it's like someone welded together a bunch of like gear cogs and metal links and springs and things like that to form it into the shape of a skull with some crystal balls embedded in the sockets of the eyes. And you see a stout gnome figure with puffy kind of tuft of pink hair that's just kind of bouncing around as he darts from here to there. He's got like long droopy ears and a long pointed nose that also droops just from the weight of it. And he's got kind of brown leather overalls with like almost like a roll up kind of wrench case strapped to each of his biceps. And he says, "Oh yes, welcome."
Well, hey there.
I wasn't expecting seeing so many people so early in the day.
Well, we heard your shop was a good one, so we decided to come and check it out.
We're new to town.
Oh, new you say. Welcome to Spackets.
We're just curious on what you got going on in this shop.
Well, I'm somewhat of an enchanter myself, though I don't really adhere to the traditional arcane methods. I like to infuse things with magic in more of an inventive manner, I suppose.
Cool. That's cool. Um, do you just like any old thing? Like, do you have a specialty? Like, what? Yeah, what's your jam?
Well, let me see. And he begins kind of rummaging through the back of his face. He's like, take this, for example. And he kind of whoosh extends his arm as this pole that he's holding. It was initially kind of 1 foot long. It just kind of telescopically expands into like a 10-foot pole, basically. He's like, travel size.
Is that a walking stick?
It's a 10-foot pole. I mean, what you can. It's multi-purpose.
Multi-purpose. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Let's get down to business here. What shit do you got that's like real good?
So you're after the special reserve. Well then, let me shock and amaze you with this. And he turns and grabs a helmet off of the shelf and quickly just kind of thrusts it down on his head. And as he does, the eye sockets on the helm illuminate and just begin glowing with this kind of waving red aura of light. It looks like kind of like demon eyes or something.
Oh, and what does this do?
Well, this you see is a dread helm.
Dread helm?
Yes.
And what does that do?
Well, it makes you look real scary like.
I mean, if you can't see already, me and my brother already have pretty scary face, so we're looking for something a little more, magical than that.
But imagine if you were wearing this helmet. It would scare the pants off anything you come across.
I'm gonna get kind of close and like slam my fist down and be like, "Do you not think we're scary enough?"
Make an intimidation check.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I don't think I could have an intimidation check.
As she's doing that, I kind of like awkwardly gnash my teeth out and just like, eh.
Oh, it's a natural one. Oh, shit.
As you kind of slam your fist down, you weren't really looking at the surface of the countertop as you did so, and your hand kind of wedges itself into this like cog that had been freshly kind of ironed off. And
I'm gonna be like, ow, ow, ow.
jabs the side of your hand.
I'm gonna like blow on it a little bit.
Okay, well, I guess if that's not your bag.
Well, you all had me quite scared.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
proud.
you.
I'm proud of you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shaking it.
There's what else have we got? There's these guys, and he pulls down a pair of gloves. They're kind of olive green canvas with some with almost like a metal band that's been welded around the cuff of it, and some looks like almost like a mini kind of cannon that protrudes from the top part of the wrist.
I'm gonna like kind of like step a little closer and be like, what is it?
Well, these, my friend, are gloves of blasting.
Oh. And well, like, I mean, my brother, he's not too smart, so he probably doesn't understand what they do. So you should probably explain that.
Yeah. What do they do?
Yeah. See, told you.
He kind of pulls one onto his hand, and you see a dull red color start to kind of sparkle and glow at the tips of the fingers. And he says, with this, you can emit a great gout of flame. It's very deadly.
Does it need any kind of like oil or gas to get it going? Like, what does it use to work?
No, it's self-charging, so you get one use out of it per day.
One per arm?
One between the two.
You get one shot per day. What is the cost of these babies?
These will run you 200 gold pieces.
200 gold?
200.
200. I'm sorry, you have a speech impediment. It's a little hard for me to understand you. It sounds like you said 200, like 200.
Yeah, he's been wearing these like Coke bottle artificer goggles, basically, this whole time. So like, and you see just like his giant eyeballs kind of look to the ground for a second.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend. I just couldn't quite understand. Would you consider anything less than that? Are you pretty hard gone on that price?
It depends, like if you have anything to trade, I suppose I could take some of that off the difference. But
I step in and I kind of go, listen here, pal. We are about to go on an adventure. And this adventure, it may very well change the course of our being. So if you would so kindly lower the price, we would be on our way.
And I'm gonna be behind him. I'm gonna be like, yeah, watch him. He's a demon. He'll fuck you up. Be careful.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
Okay.
And I'd say you can do it with advantage because
I'm a hype man.
Yeah, she's your hype man.
Okay.
So roll twice and take the higher.
Okay, cool. Okay. Damn, 11.
11. He kind of furrows his brows a little bit, and he's like, well, yeah, you and every other group of mercenaries that comes through here.
All right.
They're always talking about the world ending and how they're out to save it.
He's got us there.
I just like step back and take a couple deep breaths to kind of calm myself down.
All right, is this the best of the best you got in this shop?
This is what I got in terms of like, specially imported type things. But outside of that, I got your run-of-the-mill arcane necessities, arcane focuses. I got some mundane quarterstaffs. Any of your components, if any of you are spellcasters. Some scroll cases, candles.
Oh.
You know.
This quarterstaff you speak of, can I see it?
Yeah, of course. He says, this one's a little bit out of my weight class, so just one sec. And he turns around and says, Stumbly! And behind him, you see this kind of ramshackle humanoid form. It looks like it's been kind of crafted of various pieces of metal and stone. Its eyes kind of blink to life. It's like very kind of episode 5 C-3PO-esque, where he's like, there are components of his insides exposed. There are like exposed wires, and one of his arms is partially constructed, but the eyes kind of blink as it like steps forward, and he says, "Shumbi, go grab that quarterstaff in the back if you would." And the construct kind of wordlessly begins making its way into the back room, and shortly comes back, and as it does, it kind of trips on the transition between the back room and the front room and drops the staff for a second, bends at like a 90-degree angle and picks it up once more, and comes over and sets it on the counter as Sprocket says, that's why we call him Stumbly. He's not totally there yet. But yeah, in front of you, you see it's pretty similar to the bow staff that you currently don. Doesn't look to have any runic, language or anything like that carved into it. It just looks kind of like a run-of-the-mill quarterstaff.
Oh, okay. Well, I kind of like take my staff and like hold it out in front of me and like compare the two and look, close and hard for a second, and then I kind of just calmly place their staff back onto the counter, and I'm just like, what kind of operation are you running here?
I mean, we can't have just a full stock of magic items at all times. It's but goods will come and go. So if you're in town for a while, maybe come back, and I might have something else up your alley eventually.
Okay. I mean, your shop is pretty okay, and we appreciate you welcoming us in, but I think I speak for both of us, or all three of us, that I think we are going to pass for now.
Yes, thank you for your hospitality.
Sure thing. Come back whenever you please.
Sorry, what was your name?
Sprocket.
Sprocket, of course, the name of the shop, of course. It's all coming together.
Yeah, Sprockets.
Ah. Cool.
Cool. So yeah, you guys kind of make your way back out. Bjorn, roughly kind of ducking down through the doorway. We'll shift over to Yopa. As you kind of split off from the group, you drift back and begin kind of integrating yourself with the crowd. You make your way back toward the bazaar that you had spent some time at yesterday. It's just as busy. There's smattering of people throughout, kind of casually sauntering their way from stand to stand, perusing goods. Same kind of sensory overload that you felt the first time, just wild array of smells hitting your nose and people shouting over each other, haggling.
Could I find like a directory, someone who could direct me to a sort of library of sorts?
Yeah. Yeah, you can like just ask one of the merchants, or you could look for make a perception check.
Right. Cool. 21.
Ooh.
21, nice. So yeah, you see a couple options. You see a young kid, kind of straw-like, bronze-looking hair, who has a bag kind of slung over their side with, it looks like newspapers or news scrolls. You figure that he might be a good resource to get kind of a beat on the directory here. You also do see like a physical directory. There's a bit of a signboard that has various businesses listed on it with corresponding letters and numbers, and where they're kind of placed throughout the bazaar.
Let me go to the kid.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way over and see that he's just kind of sitting on his bag of newspapers, currently spinning a top on the ground and trying to like guide it so that it doesn't get stuck in the cracks of the cobblestone.
Hey boy, is there a library somewhere, or more specific, do you know anything about the yawning portal?
Yeah, hello, sir. Let's see. Libraries. There might be something like that in the Pendant Ward, but to be honest, I haven't really spent a lot of time up there. I'm a little bit dustier than most of the people who live in that area.
I see.
But there is plot bound. It's almost the size of a library, I guess. But I don't know how kindly they'll take to you kind of just reading on an individual session. I guess they probably want you to buy the books there, but
I'm almost getting the sense that you want a bit of gold for some information.
I mean, I'm never opposed to gold.
Let me give you... How much gold do you want to send me in the right direction?
You're looking for the library specifically?
I'm looking for the best information possible on the yawning portal.
On the yawning portal. Okay. Yeah, throw me a gold and that'll feed me for a few days. I'll give you the info you need.
I put my left hand into my left pocket and flick the boy a single gold.
Okay. He graciously kind of nods and takes the coin and says, so yeah, that place is run by Durnan. Pretty mysterious fellow. I don't know if you know kind of the general story of it, but basically it was kind of this undelvable dungeon for the longest time, and he was one of two people who ever managed to make his way back and since then, I guess it seems like he's almost kind of capitalized on it, or he's been able to make a name for himself in bringing people from all walks of life to try their hand at traversing the Undermountain. But yeah, it's said that some of the magic that Durnan looted on his first successful foray into the Undermountain granted him a lifespan that exceeds that even of an elf. And for decades, he left delving into the Undermountain to younger folk, but one day something drew him back, even after he had been comfortably kind of living the tavern keep life. But he made his way back, and days of waiting for his triumphant return from this dungeon turned into months and then years. And for nearly a century, the citizens of the city thought he was dead. But one night, a voice called up from the well. Few at first believed it could be Durnan, but folk as long-lived as he vouched it so. And so the yawning portal had passed into the hands of his ancestors, but Durnan returned with enough riches for them to quietly retire. He took his customary place behind the bar, raised a toast to his safe return, and then began serving customers as if he'd never left. He's somewhat of an enigma.
Something drew him back.
Yeah, I don't know specifically if it was just kind of the call to adventure or otherwise, but he tried again and got himself lost for a century. Somehow managed to make his way back.
Oh. Okay. Who else do you know that's attached to this story, little kid?
Little kid.
Little kid. Let's see. Well, Mert, I guess, was his initial companion. He retired after the first foray, so I don't even know if he's still around. But I've never been inside the yawning portal itself, to be honest. But generally, I hear my parents and I hear older people talking about him, and it sounds like for him, his perception is that it's kind of a cruel world and that people all have to fend for themselves. He's kind of on a self-sufficiency kick, it would seem. He holds up.
Durnan is on a self-sufficiency kick?
Yeah. It seems like he almost has the ideal that, someone who can stand alone can stand against anything. So I've not known him to work very closely with anyone.
Interesting.
I mean, can you really blame him? It's that tavern has been his home. His family and friends have long since died. It'd be hard to become attached to people, I feel like, in his situation.
I suppose I agree with that sentiment. There is something iffy. Can't quite put my little mustache on.
Gonna flex that mustache a little harder.
I am looking. Don't tell me what to do, kid.
You don't even have a mustache.
Oh, tear. I turn to my left. Tear comes out my side.
Do you have a
For the
mustache?
second time tonight.
Little tear.
Does your character have a mustache?
It depends what you consider a mustache.
Gotcha.
When I see you back at the yawning portal, you can decide whether it's a mustache or not.
Honey, get out of here.
Sorry.
Okay, there's a kid. I would like to ask the kid if there's a library with more information close by. Because good.
Oh, yeah. He just says, yeah. To be honest, like I've told you what I know. Like I said, there's probably some sort of archive in the Pendant Heights, but that's a little bit above my class level. But there's always plot bound. You can check that place out. They got books there. They have yeah, a number of books. I'm sure you could find something potentially.
In Pendant Heights.
No, Rose. It's in the Rose Ward.
It's in the Rose Ward. Where specifically? Right there.
What is that?
Where are we right now?
You guys were at Sprockets, which is right here.
Oh, okay. Cool.
This is the Yawning Portal.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cool.
I'd like to walk the outskirts towards that place.
To plot bound. Cool. Okay. Yeah, easy enough. You kind of bid your newly made contact to do, and he goes back to happily spinning his top with one hand and flipping his gold coin, his newly earned gold coin, through his fingertips in the other hand. And you kind of take the most discreet path possible through some of the narrower streets to plot bound the bookstore. What is everyone else doing at this point?
Does anyone else need to do anything?
I was going to just kind of head back to the Yawning Portal, chill out in my quarters and meditate.
What about you, beard man and tall human?
Yeah, we'll head back to the
Yeah. Do we run into Yopa at all? Is that something?
Yopa, yeah, Yopa.
Yopa.
Deanna, I don't have your name down, but I heard it a bunch of times. What is it again?
Oh, Bjorn.
Bjorn, right, Bjorn. Handsome Bjorn.
Bjorn, I would say make a perception check.
Okay, David. Navigate me. Just.
And Zach, are you kind of just, are you walking casually along the side streets, or are you intentionally kind of hiding yourself?
I was going to go around the outskirts to almost try to meet them around the Sprockets area, and then come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got an 8.
Okay. Well, I didn't realize that you had kind of the intention of meeting. So yeah, I'd say you had an idea that they were going to Sprockets, and you kind of skirt around and happen upon each other once more. Yopa kind of heading in the opposite direction that you guys are heading.
So we catch him?
Pardon?
Yeah.
So we see him?
Yeah. Yep. You guys happen upon each other.
Am I still a tiefling?
Let's see how long disguise self lasts.
It lasts a bit, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an hour. But let's see. Yeah, it's an hour. Yeah, I'd say you probably have about a half an hour left on the spell.
I'm gonna walk up behind him and put my arm around him and be like, "Hey, sad boy, how's it going?"
Is that
I say that to Zach.
is that me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
And you cry. Like.
Oh boy, who are you?
You can't tell?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm actually kind of sweating a little bit.
I'm gonna put my hand over my eye and like put my other hand behind my back and put my finger out like I have a tail. I'd be like, what if I'm like looking like this and I'm gonna like wiggle my butt a little?
Oh,
Nothing?
I have a guess, but I'm not entirely sure.
I'm not the oldest, but and I'm gonna wiggle my butt again.
Oh boy.
Nothing? Come on.
No. I see it now.
And it's kind of weird as well because as this figure puts their arm around you, the arm doesn't feel placed where it's meant to be. Like there's this weightless kind of like phantom arm that's around your shoulder, but then there's almost like an invisible arm that's actually closer to around like your hip height. Yeah. I don't think that I don't think disguise self like actually physically changes your form, so
No,
it's just
yeah.
this weird kind of misaligned
Yeah.
skeleton from the model. They're two different sizes.
I'm gonna just like drop out of it and like go to my normal self and be like, oh, you're no fun, and just like keep walking.
Goodness. That's all I have to say.
Cool. So are you guys joining him to the bookstore, or are you just kind of gonna rendezvous at the yawning portal?
I think that's where we're all heading now.
Yopa's making a quick pit stop at the bookstore.
Right, totally. While y'all were doing whatever you were doing, I decided to find some more information on the yawning portal and everything else we're going to be embarking on. If you wanted to join me, you could join me. If not, I'll see you later.
Did you find anything out so far?
Oh.
If you don't want to say everything verbatim, you can just say like I relay the information.
Yeah.
He relays the information.
All right, perfect.
Oh,
wow, that was very important.
Wow, that's suspicious.
Highly
Holy shit.
I will join you on your adventure to the bookstore.
I'll come too.
We will all go.
Okay.
All right. So you guys kind of loop around and make your way back to Plotbound, the bookstore. As you come upon it, it's the street corner that it's on is kind of lined with wrought iron fence. It's a 2-story kind of half timbered building with smooth stone lining as kind of like a patio slash landing to the stairs. On the outside, you step inside as a bell that's kind of fixed to the door jingles, and inside you see a building with various maps and charts that are pasted to basically any exposed surface that's not occupied by a bookshelf. And there are, a lot of books in here. You see a figure kind of crouched. You just see their back kind of poking over the top of the counter as they're digging through beneath the countertop. I'm just going to go pee real quick.
Okay, yeah, I second that.
Okay.
Stop. Pee break.
Pee break.
Pee break. Be right back.
Everybody go feed.
I've really got to nail down the Scottish accent because
It's pretty good.
because like some words, it's just like, wow, I just went Russian. Wow, I just went British. Like it's really hard.
Yeah.
Some of the things are like very easy, but then like I find myself not talking as much because I'm like, wow, this is gonna sound stupid.
I feel like you need to start watching like what is there like British like not soap operas, but like a British like comedy or something.
Well, I need to do like a Scottish one because
Scottish. That's what I meant.
like,
Scottish.
I can do a British one pretty good, but it's to be the full Scottish. There.
Yeah,
It's pretty hard.
You need to watch some show that has like just Scottish speaking.
I know. Because some things are very easy, but then some words like are hard to keep in that. I got to figure out how they say certain words.
Yeah.
So for a little while, it's gonna switch between just like a British accent and a Russian accent and a Scottish accent.
No problem with that. It's a good mix. Yeah, rat folk have like a bunch of like slang that I've been trying to like drop, but it's like crazy slang, like slang that you guys are gonna be like, I don't know what that means. What did you just say? Like sweet, they got some like I found like this like full page of like rat folk slang.
That's so cool.
I'm stoked to use. Yeah. It's gonna be funny. I put it all in one box.
Sorry?
All of our pizza. We got 3 pizzas because we're monsters.
That's awesome.
Do you want a snack or anything?
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, we had some sushi, and then I tried to take a nap.
Oh.
And it was, I didn't get to sleep, but at least I was like in a dark room with my eyes closed, so.
Yeah.
Because it's 11 o'clock now.
Oh, and you had to work today, yeah?
Yeah. But I feel good. Like, I want to, like, I want to go down into the portal. I want to, you know,
get it.
Do something. I can go. I'm so excited.
Let's fuck shit up. David, how do you spell your name?
Torin.
I-N. Okay, perfect.
You're gonna have to put on doors. Yes, we're very interpretive.
Cool.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Come here, baby. Come here.
Oh, God.
Just so that I don't like start a crazy encounter too late. What time, David and Deanna, do you think you guys are comfortable playing until?
I'm good to go. How are you feeling?
Yeah, like I think 12 is a reasonable time to probably stop.
12 to 1?
Yeah. Like
12
an hour or so.
1.
Hour or 2? I think once we get in it, we'd be in it. Like if we got into something?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I just got back, but I think I'm good for like however long.
Okay. Yeah, we'll probably just go until 12 your guys' time, so it's not pushing too late.
We could do like 12:30 because that's only.
Yeah.
Okay.
What time is it right now for you guys?
11:11.
Okay.
Make a
Cool.
wish.
You back as well, Zach?
Mm-hmm.
Zach has come back.
Also?
Zach, you come back.
I guess come back.
Oh.
So yeah, as you enter the space, the kind of rays of light from the upper levels windows kind of shining down through the space. There's motes of dust kind of floating through the air as you see this figure kind of digging through behind the countertop. Upon entering, he hears kind of the jingle of the bells on the door announcing your entrance. As he stands up and you see this hulking form of it's like he's like a humanoid elephant basically.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah, he's yeah, very chunky boy with
This is probably a tall enough building that Bjorn can come into.
Yeah, I feel comfortable.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's comfy. It's yokel sized for sure. Yeah, he kind of straightens up and stretches his back. You see a wrinkled trunk hanging from his face and kind of large floppy ears with cuts kind of snipped out of various points of his ears. As he says, yes, hello, welcome my friends.
This is a bookstore? Sorry.
Yes, this is my bookstore.
Do you have any books on the yawning portal?
The yawning portal, yes. That's the tavern on the northern side of town, yes?
Yes, correct.
Well, I don't know about books specifically about the yawning portal itself, but I have some material on kind of the history of Abrandir. Maybe something like that would be helpful.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'd like to check it out.
Yes, give me 1 second here. And he steps from behind the counter, and he's like very light on his feet for someone of such large stature. As you see him kind of gingerly climb up a ladder that is set on wheels and kind of extends from the floor to ceiling of the space, and begins kind of fingering through books, pulling them out one by one, as he kind of extends his arm and thrusts off one side. The rolling ladder kind of swerves around the exterior of the room, and he begins kind of pulling books out one at a time. Eventually makes his way back down and hands you a dusty tome that says Age of Abrandir on it in kind of gold inlaid writing.
Am I able to flick through it?
Okay. Make a investigation check, I would say.
$13.
13. So yeah, quickly kind of leafing through the book. It details the various kind of eras of Abrandir, the initial kind of pioneering settlers who made their way across from northern Zabal as well. It was actually mostly people of Bjorn's descent, yokel folks, who made their way and kind of established the human province here. And then just how this kind of became a hub and rapidly expanded as the humans of the area were very adaptable, and it comes up to the era of the ruins that the kid mentioned, the ruins that the Yawning Portal itself is built upon. So, and then you leaf a bit further and find kind of more of a current within the last century or so account of the Yawning Portal, but you probably have to sit down and read it in detail if you really want to pull some info out of it. But you know that there is some info in here. And he says, yeah, that one I can, it'll run you a gold piece. It's a fairly common piece of literature, so I can part with it for one.
For 1 gold.
1 gold piece.
Yeah, I think I can do that. I'll buy it.
Excellent, excellent. So you kind of flick him over his gold piece. Doing some heavy reading, I suppose. Are you tourists or travelers just having an interest in your immediate locale?
For me, I just like reading.
The rest of us are tourists, so.
I would actually like to ask if you guys have like a bookmark of sorts.
Well, yes, we're a bookstore after all. We do. We have plenty of bookmarks. He kind of points to the countertop opposite him, and you see one of those kind of like spinny magazine stand things. It's like a little bit fancier. There's kind of some rose gold plating and embellishments along the outside of it. And yeah, you can kind of flick through it and find a bookmark you like.
Whoa.
I would you say I could stumble across one that is perhaps made of like a jade kind of
Ooh.
item type thing?
Oh, well, these are more for the window shopper types. Oh, that's going Scottish now. Window shopper types.
Hey.
It was big dwarvish. But I've got a special collection, and he pulls out from underneath the desk a kind of ebonized wood box, and he slides the top off of it, and there are some more kind of sturdy bookmarks in there. They're a little bit thicker, but some of them look to be made of like stones, and some of them are kind of they look like they're like milky kind of glass with a kind of elaborately beaded tassel that's attached to it, and he begins kind of sliding each of them aside, digging through, and he's like, jade. Oh, this one, will this one do the trick? And he pulls out, excuse me, yeah, he pulls out a bookmark that's kind of like it's like a 2-dimensional serpent-like kind of dragon. that's in a loose kind of S formation, but kind of skinny bookmark shaped, and it's got like a red tassel with a gold kind of gold brass looking bead attached to it.
Cool. How much does this cost?
That one will run you 3 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Hmm. I I'll take it.
Excellent.
Are you
Excellent.
sure? Are you sure?
Of course he's sure, my friend. He's I found this special for him.
It reminds me of home.
Mm, well, guess I'll do that. Have fun with your 3 gold bookmark.
Will.
reminds you of
Oh,
home.
you will.
Where do you come from, my friend?
I come from the desert of shit. What is it called?
Koro?
Oh, I love that. I love that place. Shit, what's it called? Love
Shit.
it.
Shit is cool.
It's
There
what
was
is it? It's Euro what? What is it?
I dropped my book. It's like Karoma or What is it,
Oh,
DM?
Kosu. Kosu.
Kosu.
Kosu. Right. Okay. Yeah. Kosu. The desert of Kosu. I studied at the Temple of Verdant, in the order of the Viridescent, the monks there. They raised me. Unfortunately, they're all gone. But when I carry this bookmark around with me, this 3 gold bookmark, it will be like carrying a piece of them with me.
Aw.
Nostalgia's priceless, my friend. So enjoy it. Hopefully. I know
I
of
don't know
the.
about that.
I know of the
Nostalgia
order.
sounds like it's 3 gold.
You can't buy sentiment, you know.
Yes. Well, thank you for bringing me this comfort.
Aw.
Of course. Can I interest you all in anything else? We have scrolls, spell books, tomes, and anything less less reading for pleasure types, more kind of functional implements.
I'm sorry. What was your name?
My name. My name is Casper. Casper Tuskkeeper.
Oh, Casper.
Casper. It's very nice to meet you.
Casper, what?
Tuskkeeper.
Oh, because you got tusks?
Tuskkeeper.
That's cool.
Tuskkeeper, one word, yeah.
That's cool. You're not afraid of mice, are you? I give him a wink.
I've been stifling my pure fear this whole time. I don't know if you could tell.
I'm gonna like jump and be like,
Yeah, he kind of visibly like jolts a little bit, but just like breeze through it.
and they're gonna like laugh and be like, sorry.
Yes, it's all in good fun.
Yes, well, it's very nice to meet you, Casper.
You as well.
Yes.
You as well.
Thank you for all your help.
It's my pleasure, and yeah, if you ever need anything, anything else, please come back.
Anytime.
Yeah. I'll keep you in mind.
Great. And he gives you a nod as you all make your way back out into the kind of thoroughfare of Abrandir. It's getting close to dinner time at this point, so you kind of make your way back to the awning portal, settle in for an evening of rest and food. Is there anything else you guys wanted to achieve tonight before you wake up and begin making your way tomorrow morning?
Nope.
I'm gonna do 100 push-ups before bed.
Just 100?
Yeah, my stamina isn't that high yet.
Carb load. Come on.
Yeah, I didn't eat enough during the day.
Didn't eat anything.
Backfiring.
But yeah, that's about
Could
it.
I ask Dernan if he had any food that would hold for just a decent amount of time that I could pack up?
Yeah, you ask him, and he says, "Aye, we've got some stuff. I'm pretty sure Midori was intending to pack up some provisions for you, but I'll grab something from the back shelf you might like." And he kind of disappears for a bit back into the kitchen space behind the bar. Comes back and lays out some pickled goods. There's like pickled eggs. There's it's like a sauerkraut of some sort, and some like pig's feet that have also been pickled. And he's like, from my special stash.
Mm.
Thank you. I will hold on to it, and
I
I will attempt to not share with everybody else.
You're saying, Deanna?
Do I see this interaction taking place?
Make a perception check.
Yes. No.
Oh, this is Bjorn.
Bjorn.
Bjorn makes a deception or a perception
Go
check.
ahead, roll.
That's gonna be
13
13
That's pretty good.
plus
3,
16.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, you do catch. You see Yopa kind of
Being
be like,
sneaky.
"Oh, I'm gonna go order another drink or something," and he kind of steps away for a bit, and you see him. He thinks stealthily, kind of slide a couple jars of pickled goods under his jacket.
Okay, I just like walk up to the bar pretending like I don't notice, and then also order the same thing.
You'd like some provisions as well, eh?
Yes, please.
Okay, well, hopefully, maybe your friend here will share with you, but I might have one or two other things.
Yeah. I don't think he's willing to share.
Ah.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Oh,
Aw.
I will share. Dernan, if you don't have anything left, I'll let you save some for your bar, your pub here, and I will share with my clan.
Aw.
thank you.
Yeah. I've drank enough today to share.
Just imagining like a big man just going,
Yeah, me too.
Aw. Like putting his hands to his chest. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. like knuckles up to the chin.
Yeah.
Rosy
That's
cheeks.
classic Bjorn. Classic Bjorn. Such a sweetheart.
Yeah. He's been this rather kind of like stoic, foreboding figure so far, but when you mentioned sharing pickled goods, he just
You just win his heart. You win his heart.
Softens right up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice. So yeah, you guys make your way back to the dinner table with some pickled goods and kind of re-upping your pitcher of beer. Yeah, the evening is yours if you want to do anything else before the morning.
So we're all sitting at like the similar table or whatever.
Yeah, you guys could have sat wherever you wanted. Like if you want to sit out in the open bar space and be more out in the open, or the private room that you guys had eaten in is also vacant, so you can sit wherever you'd like.
I
I
think I
mean,
just sit together, but then
yeah.
also like just spend a little bit of time around, just like looking down into the void and just basically mentally prepping and before bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would like
Okay.
to meditate on the massive black hole well that we are about to go down upon. Not go down upon.
Ah.
Downwards into. Whatever.
I've never been in such a hole before.
I've
Nothing like this.
become pretty familiar with holes, so this seems like no problem.
Follow your lead then.
Oh wait, no, I don't want to lead. I'm just saying I'm just talking myself up. I'm sorry. I don't know.
If you have any tips, I'm more than happy to hear your tips. For
Oh,
holes.
tips. If there's cheese sitting on
give
a
me the tips in our
metal device, stay away from it. I know it looks tempting, but just stay the hell away from it.
Take that to heart.
Yeah. They try to use cheese against you. It's quite dark.
That is bloody sick.
Yeah.
I do love cheese.
I mean, I'm not even a fan
As
of
do I.
cheese, but it's just food in general. Why would you put it in a trap? That's awful.
I grab a chunk of cheese and I'm just like very weary of it. Just like oh. But then I eat it.
Yeah.
Checking for traps.
Yeah.
My perception is okay.
Does not appear to be trapped.
Cheese.
No razor blades in your cheese.
Oh. No. Trick or treat.
Trick or cheese. So yeah, you guys kind of relish in the atmosphere for the evening. Enjoy your cheese and your beer, your water, and make your way up to your respective rooms for a night of sleep. Upon awaking, you all make your way one by one back down into the tap room, which is pretty well empty aside from Midori and Durnan at the moment. She says, so, did you have a fruitful day on the town yesterday?
Yeah, we found some things.
Good. That's yep. It's the city's specialty.
Is it?
It was an honor to get to know the town a little bit more.
Yes, I've grown quite fond of Sprocket and Casper.
I mean, Sprocket was definitely trying to shyst us, but he seemed okay.
I think he's just trying to make an honest living.
Maybe, but I mean, if I owned a shop, I would be honest, and I'd have some better fucking junk to give out.
Have you ever thought of opening a shop?
I mean, I'm kind of running away from a shop currently, so maybe not for a while.
Fair enough.
It's
Running away from the shop.
Well, I mean, my dad owns a shop, my mom, and the rest of my 9 siblings. They all work in a shop because, I mean, they're really good at like fixing things. But I can't be held down by, family necessities and needs of people who have raised you. So I thought I'd take my own road, and here I am.
I'll be honest, you're an incredible rat folk.
Hey, good catch, good catch, good catch.
I think we all must strike out and figure out the ways of the world. That's what I'm doing. I have a shop as well. I do a lot of forging.
Oh shit,
But
you and my dad would get along great.
I would often make quite a few things for the gnomes up in the north, and worked with alongside a lot of. But it's important to get out in the world, see it for what it really is.
Yeah,
All the good,
my,
good
my
and the bad.
yeah, my dad's quite a pusher. He just believes in, wake up, work, go to sleep, and he doesn't care about traveling because he meets people who travel, so he thinks that's like enough for him. But it's not enough for me.
Yeah, everyone is different, and everyone needs to understand that. And hopefully, your dad can understand that you needed to leave.
I mean, I guess we'll see if if we run into him sometime.
I would love to meet your family.
I'm sure you've heard of him. Have you heard of Oddclaw?
Oh, I don't think I have.
Oh shit.
I haven't ventured out much from my area. But maybe we could go there together sometime.
Well, we'll see.
In the future. In the future, of course.
Make a history check, anyone who would like to.
Okay, so maybe I have.
I bet you have.
Anyone who would like to what?
Anyone who's interested in the history of kind of what youngest is speaking about.
Oh,
Well, I am
brutal.
+1. 11.
5.
11.
Oh my goodness. Holy crap.
I don't know
8.
shit.
5, 11,
I
and
don't know shit.
What is that, a 1?
1.
Oh
Natural one.
my god.
You're not from the.
So literally none of you have heard of him. Okay, cool. He's pretty famous, so there's that.
Where is your guys' home?
We live in a canyon. My city's in a canyon. It's in what's the place?
Kuso. So,
Kuso.
Elias, with 11, you'd at least know, and also having been from the deserts of Kuso as well, you know that there is a settlement of rat folk that's kind of broken off from the majority of rat folk. For the most part, they historically had just lived kind of underground in kind of their own secluded lives, and but eventually they kind of split off into overfolk and underfolk, and the overfolk are the ones who began kind of integrating with the rest of the world, and they've kind of made a name for themselves in crafting goods. They're almost like, they're not quite to the same degree as Crankworth, which is the gnomish capital, which is kind of like the capital of invention, where there's like airships and all sorts of wondrous inventions. But they're the more kind of ramshackle version, the like Mad Max desert style version.
That's awesome.
That
Sick.
just like, yeah, craft all sorts of crazy contraptions in their little desert village.
So when I'm looking at the Heartshear map, what area am I looking at?
So the eastern continent, Zabal.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at the very southern tip, there's a desert there. There's like a port town. I don't think I labeled any of the cities or anything on that continent, but there's like a port.
There's an anchor.
Yeah, so that anchor is one of the larger port towns. The rat folk would have been kind of like directly east of there, and they have like caravans that go back and forth to and from the port city to acquire goods to be refined into other things and to trade the things that they've made as well.
Cool. Like I got 11 too, but I feel like I'm just so far north, like opposite continent and all the way north, and so close to Crankworth that I'm sure that maybe that kind of takes over from everything.
Yeah. You have heard of of kind of the premise of the overfolk and underfolk, but
Oh,
you haven't really heard much beyond that.
just like shop talk with rock gnomes.
Yeah, exactly.
So I haven't exactly, and and their skills.
You kind of cut out.
I said I haven't heard of your folk, but I have heard of your folk and all of your skills.
Yeah, well, my dad's considered the best of the best, so it's like if you want something fixed, you go to him. We're gonna be honest, it's more my mom, but my dad's name is kind of on the stamp, so.
Well, I'm sure the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
I'd like to think so. I mean, I'm the youngest, ha, ha. But I'm pretty good at what I do.
That means you have all the experience of all of your siblings as well.
100%.
Brilliant.
Yeah, if you don't have any more questions, I'll just give you this. And she pulls out kind of a hand-drawn map of just the immediate kind of veins that stretch out from the bottom of the entrance to the awning portal, and it does look pretty close. The first entrance is just like immediately kind of west at the base of the well, and you take like a left, a right, and then another left, and you should be at the entrance to the Sunless Citadel, or the teleportation circle that leads near the entrance of the Sunless Citadel.
We're going
Wait,
on.
so we are down the well?
Nope, not yet. She's just handed you a map so that you can find your way to the portal.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, cool.
All right, shall we?
Isn't it nighttime? Should we sleep first? Are we just gonna go? We're gonna go down this hole?
You guys had a rest already, and it's the next day.
Oh God. Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. I wake up. There's a pint in my hand, and I've chugged one. There's another pint in my other hand, and I'm halfway through that one.
Stealing the nerves.
Yeah, this time
Yes,
before we
please.
go, I make sure to eat a little bit more than I did yesterday.
Yeah.
Which is a slight morsel.
A slight morsel as opposed to a
2 bites of
scrap.
bread.
I'm gonna put like a couple chunks of like food and stuff them in his pockets and be like, hey, there's provisions, but this is just for when you get hungry on the way.
I'll make up a beautiful sandwich and I'll put it right in front of him and I'll say, you must eat this before we go down the hole.
And if you don't, your pal will.
Yeah, I take a couple like little nibbles, a couple bites, and then slide the rest over to youngest. But
He's like,
I say, thank you, Torin. Um, it was very filling.
he's got a
Well,
shy, he's got a shy stomach.
I hope you can eat some more in the coming future, but I'm glad you tried that.
It was delicious.
Well, we have time to make him a binger. Don't worry.
Hopefully not a purger.
No purging. If you purge, that means I have to eat it. So think about it.
No one wants to see
No one wants to see that.
that.
You're like the cat that pukes and then eats it again, except it's just a Belial pukes, you eat it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll eat it up. I don't want anyone following us.
Yeah, and because of like my high body temperature, I'm assuming it would come out just like boiling soup.
This smells
I love
delicious.
soup.
Beautiful barbecue.
Nice. So you have your nibbles of sandwich, and Midori kind of guides you over to the edge of the well, and as she kind of casts an incantation, these two spectral hands begin kind of hand over hand pulling on this pulley mechanism as a kind of wrought iron lattice platform rises up from the depths and
Cool.
is now kind of adjacent to this plank. She says, I have my sending stone. You can use that once per day, so feel free to check in at any point. And this first leg of the journey, the portal to the Sunless Citadel is a one-way ticket. So you'll have to let me know when you're ready to come back, and I'll come whisk you away.
All right. Well, thank you.
We don't have to jump, right?
No, I will lower the I'll lower the platform back down.
Okay.
Well,
Don't lower it too fast. I don't feel very good.
Well, hold on to your large friend here. He seems pretty grounded.
I grab onto the largest bicep in the room.
Yeah.
I flex.
Like it's like the size of your bust, basically, Yoga. It's like, yeah, it's huge.
I notice a handful of veins just completely surrounding this
More grip.
bicep, and I'm just absolutely blown away. It's possible that I've drank too much already this morning, but it's also possible that I've just absolutely fallen in love.
Nice.
I don't let
You guys
anybody
can-
know that I have a glint in my eye
Aww.
that
I
clues other
don't know
people
if he's gonna
to the
throw
fact
up or if he's in love.
Yeah, we don't know. We can't tell.
That's correct.
He's got some sort of bedroom eyes going on.
That's awesome.
That's correct.
Yeah.
It's a look that nobody has seen within my eyes of all this time that they've known me.
That's awesome.
Nice. So you've already kind of sectioned off like half of your pickled goods for Bjorn. You step onto the platform as Midori says, well, safe travels, keep in touch, and yeah, best of luck. As the spectral hands begin moving hand over hand in the opposite direction, the chain loudly kind of scrapes against the stone along the side of the well as you're lowered deeper and deeper. Her form kind of glancing over the edge of the well, you see the light shrinking, and you continue downward and downward until you hit about the 140-foot mark. You feel the platform come to rest on a sandy floor. Looking around, there's an entrance. There's one entrance in each kind of direction, northeast, southwest. And there's a handful of rusty, unusable shields and morning stars and warhammers and things like that that are strapped to the walls, and they're kind of dented and pockmarked, and you gather that these are probably the alarm that people will use to get their ride back up. Yeah, looking at the map, it looks like you're meant to head west.
I say we follow the map.
Cool.
Yes.
Yep.
I
So
let go of the bicep. Agree.
very gingerly release this monstrous bicep and begin making your way. I think dwarves, tieflings, whatever race Zach is, and rat folk have dark vision. I don't think yokel do, though.
No.
Oh, so now he's got a hold on to Zach's bicep. Or sorry, Yopa's bicep.
That is correct.
Guide me, please.
Yeah,
It would be
no,
my pleasure.
you don't have dark vision. Yeah, so as the light beaming down from the interior of the tavern drifts away, Bjorn, you're just it's just washed over in darkness, basically, as you kind of reciprocate and put an arm out onto Yopa's bicep, and it kind of feels like a chicken bone or something between your fingers.
Just the index finger and the thumb. Just like,
Yeah, you give it a little bit of a pinch and roll, and you hear a bit, kind of a crack. No. Yeah, you guys make your way following the direction. You flex.
even louder crack.
So you,
Flex, just to make it millimeters thicker.
yeah, you feel like an imperceptible growth in this yeah. Yeah, you guys make your way. Comes to kind of a T intersection, and continuing the directions on the map, you take a left and then a right. And it's not really that far in here before you come across a stone circle that's kind of raised up out of the sand. There are a handful of runes that are set inside of it, that are just kind of faintly pulsing with a kind of amber color, just radiating, illuminating the space, and some kind of thorny vines and roots that kind of jut and poke out of various areas of the sand, kind of crowning this cement or stone pad.
Do I recognize any of these runes, or?
Make an Arcana check.
Oops.
12.
12. Okay. Yeah. Less.
Yeah.
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit. Yeah, kind of stepping around the 10-foot diameter of the circle. You study the runes a bit, and you catch one or two of them. They kind of look like the runes that line kind of the borders of the tabard that Midori had been wearing. You don't know exactly what school of magic or what particular incantation has been placed here, but you gather that they look charged and are imbued with magical properties.
Okay,
The
cool.
runes.
The runes, yeah.
I assume that this is the teleportation circle we need.
Oh, we're gonna have to teleport again.
Here comes the puking party.
Yeah, I feel sick already. Great.
Well, who wants to go first?
I can go first. I'll
All
test
right.
it. I'll step forward. And I'll step upon.
Okay. So as you see Torin step upon the stone circle, he takes a couple steps, and as he approaches the middle, his form is just whisked up into a pinpoint of existence. Torin, you feel your body just pulled up, and almost like your form is condensed into that pinpoint and then release and just expand once more as your form is dropped into an unfamiliar terrain. Yeah, and we'll get to the description once anything else happens, or once everyone else makes their way.
I'll take a few steps forward just to make sure no one lands on me.
Okay.
All right. I guess I'll go next.
Cool. So just for the sake of it, everyone's going through the portal, I assume?
Is there anything around that like is I don't know, like kind of like walking stick like?
It's pretty barren down here. There are some like gnarled, thorny roots that are, like I said, kind of crowning the outside of this. You could try and snap something off if you want.
Try to snap something off and kind of just like push it, put it in first, and like kind of like watch what happens before I like walk all the way in.
Yeah, make a strength check to see if you can break off a piece of the root.
Oh no, I'm
Or,
so weak, honey. Okay.
I'd say athletics, actually.
Oh.
Oh, that was a D12 that you
Oh,
rolled.
whoops.
Oh, that's much better.
I'm so strong. Okay, hold on. Strength check.
Yeah, athletics. So I think you have a
Athletics.
+0.
Athletics. Yeah.
Okay, still 19 is awesome. You see youngest try and begin kind of like yanking on one of the roots, and it doesn't seem to be giving. So she steps back and pulls up her gloves, unsheaths this smith's hammer off of her hip, and just whoosh whacks into it, just with the pure kind of blunt force, shearing off a portion of the root, enough to pass through the portal if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like kind of like slowly, like kind of like really like terrifying like look in my eyes to just like put the root in first and like kind of like expect just the root to go, but I guess like I go as well, but I'm just like like I want to just see what happens, but like I go as well.
So yeah,
Ah.
with your short arms, you're trying to like just poke toward the middle of the runes, and as you do, your arms are short enough that you get close enough to the trigger point, and you feel both yourself and the branch whisked up into that familiar kind of disorienting sensation.
I'm gonna be like, hey, oh no.
And you find yourself, you blink for a second and find your feet upon a different area. You look forward and see Torin expectantly kind of looking in your direction.
I'm gonna like run up to him and give him a hug. I'd be like, I thought I was gonna die.
Don't worry, we're here together.
Oh God.
So you guys all kind of one by one take a step onto the portal, and whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. All three of you are swooped up into the nether and placed once more upon solid ground, joining the rest of your party mates. Taking a look around the area that you arrive, you step out of you landed almost inside of like the base of a tree that just has this kind of V-shaped opening from the interior, with just enough space to kind of fit one person. And stepping out, there's no circle on this end mirroring the portal that you saw on the other end, and you gather that this is probably what Midori meant when she said it's a one-way portal for this particular one. But looking around, it's it's a pretty bleak landscape. It's dusty and barren. There's a road that leads kind of down a ravine directly to your right, with kind of dead and petrified trees that grow at weird angles out of the sides of this ravine.
Is there anything else, like in the distance? Like, what are we looking out upon here?
It's so you're in kind of like a wider part of the ravine, it seems like.
Like, how big is the ravine?
Right now it's probably like 15, 20 feet across, but it looks like heading the grade starts to decline and slopes downwards, where further down it looks like it starts to widen a little bit, and looking kind of further down the way, you see several broken pillars that are also kind of jutting out of the earth, where it looks like there's almost like a shelf of some sort where it just kind of drops off. There's some of the pillars stand straight, but most of them kind of lean atop other broken pillars. Yeah. So you basically, there's walls on either side of you. There's a steep incline that goes to your left, and the grade goes downward to your right toward these like broken pillars and things.
Is there drinkable water along this ravine?
Make a perception check.
Seven.
7. Looks pretty dusty right now. You don't see any free running streams or any water source in the immediate area.
I kick the ground.
Dust cloud kind of shoots out at the toe of your foot.
Something like that.
Should we start making our way
Yeah.
towards these pillars at least? See what else we can perceive.
Do we have a direction? We're just supposed to walk? What if something attacks us?
Well, towards these pillars at least. Like, I'm not sure what else is beyond that,
Yes, I was curious about the pillars as well.
but that might give us a better vantage point from this small part of the ravine.
I'm gonna kind of very slowly start walking behind everyone else.
I'll go ahead. I'll take the lead.
I'll follow closely behind.
I'll be second last.
Okay. I'm not going to change the map yet, but what was the marching order again?
I'm
So it'll be
last.
Torin in front,
I'll be
and
first.
then Belial is second behind Torin. And then I think it would be Bjorn, and then Yopa, and then youngest.
And Bjorn yawns, and there's a great shot of wind.
Learn yawn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Bjorn yawns and
We all get knocked
Belial.
down.
Yeah.
Not
Belial,
worried at all.
you look back. Cool. So yeah, you guys begin making your way down the ravine, approaching the pillars that look to indicate some sort of ruins ahead. The road kind of winds a little bit downward, and it opens up to probably like a 30-40 foot wide section. Approaching, you see one of the pillars has a sturdy knotted rope that's tied to it, and kind of hangs off the side into a cleft, just kind of an open chasm.
Like the chasm.
Pardon me?
That's quite the chasm.
Yeah, the pillars there are worn and broken. It looks like there are some characters kind of scrawled on them, as well as this rope that's tied and dangles loosely down into the chasm.
Oh, we're going in there, aren't we?
Can we see anything down in the chasm?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Okay. Here we go.
I was gonna pull on the rope to check the sturdiness, if that's cool.
12.
12 for perception?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can see, looking down, that there's a wide ledge that the rope lands on. It's wide, but it's pretty rough. It's kind of covered in sand, some rocky debris, and you can see the bones of some small animals. And you also see a roughly hewn stairwell that kind of zigzags down the side of the ledge, descending into darkness. Pulling on the rope, it seems sturdy. It seems like it could be weight bearing. I'm gonna swap out the map. I need to close and reopen the game because I have it saved.
Okay.
But I think we should be good. Let's see. So it should load some stuff for you guys.
Yes.
Oh. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Me oh my,
Is it-
oh my.
It's
Is
the
it-
big black
It's
square.
okay. It's covered for you guys, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is covered, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
yeah. Perfect. Oh
Oh.
my goodness.
All right.
Oh, my large dice went away.
Dang it.
So yeah, you guys are just kind of basically 50 feet above this this ledge area.
Cool.
Sweet.
All right, well,
50
I'll
feet?
slide down that rope.
Okay. Okay. So you begin sliding down the rope and go kind of hand over hand, wrapping your legs around the rope, slowly lowering yourself. You land upon the ledge.
Perfect.
Do we all have to go with the rope? The rope is the only way to get down, yeah?
It looks like it. You could try climbing, but it looks like there's not much in the way of like handholds and things, so it might be a little
How far
bit
down is
harder
it?
than. It's 50 feet.
Oh, 50 feet.
Okay, I'll also start going down the rope, and I'll like slowly start sliding down. I'll like have my tail wrapped around it and be like, I was never good at this at gym class.
Before she goes down, I'll put my hand on her shoulder and cast guidance on her.
Ah, merci.
Oh.
Okay. I probably should have done it for Elias, but I figure him being a deft kind of monk type, he was probably okay. But make an athletics check
Oh,
You can
as you.
add a D4.
Oh god.
Yeah, you can add a D4 with the guidance.
10. Oof, ouchie.
10 plus 0 for athletics, but then you can add a D4.
Which one's the D4? This guy?
The pyramid.
Shit. Ah!
14.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Thanks, pal.
yeah, you begin kind of scaling downwards, and halfway down, you feel like there's almost an extension of the positive kind of attitude that you've felt from Torin so far, and you feel it almost kind of encompass you, and you gain your courage once more and make your way down.
And when she gets to the bottom, I give her a little pat on the head.
I'm just gonna smile and like sink down.
Who's next?
I'll go next.
I'll put my hand on your shoulder as well. And be like, you have this, and I'll cast guidance again.
Nice.
I'll basically do it for everybody. So.
Cool. If everyone's going down, then and you're planning to guide everyone, Bjorn and Yopa, or everyone make athletics checks, but Bjorn and Yopa, you can add a d4 to your result.
Still roll the d20.
Yep.
Oh.
Natural
Oh.
20 for me.
Woo!
And
Woo-hoo!
you might as well add this d4 because you got it. Let me just grab it here for you. Oh, almost. Oh, there it is.
Wait, which one's the d4? Can someone?
It's
23.
the pyramid.
6.
Holy crap.
29.
Bjorn got 29.
Whoa.
Just
Holy
sliding
crap.
down.
Athletic as fuck.
I got 6. I got 6.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no.
And Torin?
I've drank a little bit too much.
Let me see here. I'm going to roll my d20, which is going to be dirty.
Oh, fuck.
Oh! So, 5.
5, okay. Bjorn, you step up next and just kind of beast mode, just hand over hand, like like just clamp your fists on the rope as you rapidly scale the rope downwards. You guide Yopa, Torin, and set your way down as well. And as you're going, your foot kind of catches one of the jutting portions of rock, and it kind of tips you backwards, and you go tumbling downward, crashing into Yopa, who's directly below you. Yopa, you are already kind of thrown off your balance a little bit, but all of a sudden, down is all of a sudden to the side of you as your orientation is thrown off and you both come tumbling down. You both take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as your bodies crash onto the ground. Torin's kind of small but sturdy form landing atop you with a loud clatter and crunch on the dust and bone debris.
Poor Torin, man.
Everyone but
Ow.
He was just trying to help everyone, and then he just.
Yeah. You were the one who needed guidance.
Yeah.
This is my life.
everyone but Torin and Yopa make perception checks.
Everyone.
Oh shit! I keep rolling the wrong one.
11.
20.
Nice.
16.
16, okay. Bjorn and Youngest, as your two party mates clatter to the ground with a loud noise, you see the rubble kind of shift for a second as something crawls from one area of the rubble to another. Youngest, you see tattered, kind of torn, gray and pale, kind of cream tail slither under a portion of rubble.
Oh no, guys. There might be more rat folk here. That might be nice. Or something terrible. Let's be honest.
Yeah, hopefully it's just rat.
I'll help up Yopa after I get off phone.
Cream colored tail. I have cream colored tail. Maybe it's a cousin.
So yeah, now that you guys have kind of a closer look, there's among the rubble, there's an old ring of stones that it contains, and it's kind of covered by an accumulation of ash. Seems like there's been hundreds of fires in this fire pit, though it doesn't seem like fire has been lit here for a few years. And there's just kind of bones and rough. It looks like spears or some sort of burned weaponry in the fire.
Mm.
Can I try to light a fire? I think I have like matches in my inventory.
Yep. There's not really much in the way of like kindling and stuff in there right now. There's I guess there's like some spear portions, but they might light. Make a survival check as you try to light it.
Okay. 14.
14, yeah, easy enough. You you pull up one of the roughly hewn spears, and with the dagger in your tail, you begin kind of shaving off pieces of kindling. You throw a match in. The flames slowly beginning to kind of lick up around the edges of the spear. As you do that, smoke kind of starts to billow, and the fire pit starts to crackle and emit light and noise. And as that happens, you hear this guttural screech and just an array of teeth gnashing, clawing their way out of the rubble. Three giant rats claw their way out and begin lunging toward all of you.
Oh no.
Let's roll some initiative.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like, brethrens.
Four.
19.
Is this D20?
Yeah, D20 plus your initiative.
Oh, right.
Oh my goodness.
22.
Okay. 22 for Belial. What did everyone else get?
I got a dirty 20.
I got 19.
19.
Mine is 4.
4.
4.
4.
Also 4 for Torin?
Yep.
Okay. Did you add your initiative, Yopa?
Oh, I minus my initiative.
I did.
You have minus for your initiative?
No
I have minus
way.
1 for initiative.
What?
Because my dexterity is the worst.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
So,
Sucks.
so you rolled a 1, Zach?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
No.
Take a gander over here.
No, I see it. Okay, let's see. So 13.
before I feel bad for punching these rats, do they seem immediately hostile?
Yeah, if we're rolling for initiative, it kind of means like they're like attacking us.
I mean,
Okay.
you can try anything, but they do currently seem like they're lunging for you. They seem to have been attracted by the noise of
And the fire?
the noise
And,
in the fire. Yeah.
and they seem
Cool.
like rats, not rat folk.
Yeah, rats can be
Right.
nice too.
Oh yeah. Oh, just confirming.
Yeah, these are much less cuddly and sarcastic than youngest. All right, so Belial, you're up first. Youngest, you're on deck.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna move to try and come attack this rat boy right here.
Cool.
And
Are you just
yeah,
moving up to like here?
yeah, like within melee range.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. And then yeah, I'm gonna go for a swing with the old bow staff.
All right, roll to hit.
16, and then 16 plus what is it again? Sorry, is it plus your initiative?
No, it's plus whatever it says next to quarterstaff. It under the hit / DC column, it should say. I think it says +5
Yes.
for your quarterstaff. So 21 to hit.
21. Yes.
Yep, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. So 1d8 plus 3.
Right. D8 is the diamond one, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Oh, 5.
5. Still good. So yeah, as this rat creature with just kind of putrid yellow teeth lunges towards you, you manage to whoosh, swing downward and crack it right down kind of the middle of the head, intercepting its leap. Did you want to hit again?
Yeah, I was gonna go for an unarmed strike as my
Okay.
bonus action. Do I have to roll to hit as well? Or
Yeah, roll to hit. I think it's the same +5.
nice. 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Alrighty. 6.
6. Yeah, that's enough.
Nice.
Yeah, so you managed to just intercept it and kind of whack it down, slamming it into the ground, and you lift your leg up and swing it downward and kind of dropping axe style kind of kick, and dispatch that rat.
Nice.
Did you want to do anything else with your movement or anything?
No, I'm good.
Cool. Youngest, you're up next.
I'm gonna be like, oh, I feeling different. Um, I'm gonna, I don't know. Oh God, I'm gonna cast grease, and I'm just gonna like out of the like metal clasp around my wrist that is kind of like a little bit strange looking. I'm just gonna kind of like Spider-Man stick it out, and just like a heap of grease is gonna like kind of like surround us, in the hopes that kind of makes them, you know, mess up. They can't get close to us or whatever. And then I'm
Okay.
gonna kind of like back up and like hide behind the crowd a little.
Okay, so Greece is a 10-foot square. So
Yeah.
basically 2 by 2 squares. So you could cast it in like in between these corners, basically,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
get
yeah,
This
Oh.
one?
Yeah, that's away from everyone though, right? Like that's not gonna.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool. What can I... Let's see. Oh, shit.
Ah,
Oh, no!
checkers.
Damn it.
Oh,
Checkers
I'm
party.
scared.
Sorry,
It's so
guys.
dark.
Oh shit.
that's okay.
Oh,
Hey.
shiza. I was trying to bring checkers in to like make them the grease slick.
Oh yeah.
And I loaded a game of checkers instead.
What's a twist?
Yeah, screw D&D. Sorry guys, we're playing checkers now.
It's our life now.
Not the worst.
This is too serious.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that one's there. That one's there. Ooh, there's maybe some environmental plays here that I didn't really account for.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Okay. I thought that maybe the grease would be flammable, but I looked it up and it
No, it's like
seems like it's
butter.
not yeah, it's not like oil necessarily. It's
no,
like
Dang,
yeah.
what I was gonna do. What I was gonna do is gonna make it cool.
Yeah, well, I thought because there was the fire right there that Belial had lit. I thought maybe
No,
there might be some.
You need like butter or lard, so it's not like flaming. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just slick.
yeah.
just like yeah, but the rat makes a dexterity save.
It slips right off the cliff.
If it rolls a natural one, maybe. Okay, that's a 9 plus 2, 11. What's your spell save DC, Steph?
Hold on 1 second.
So just click on your spells tab, and then there should be a save DC there.
Up at the very top. It's 13.
13, so it fails.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see youngest kind of pull out her gauntlet and spin some sort of implement on her wrist. It kind of looks like the barrel of a gun, like you know how you like spin it and it kind of clicks as you load the bullets. It's like that, but it spins around her wrist and she slots in a cartridge of some sort as this gout of grease just kind of shoots out, and this rat just its legs just like a cat on ice kind of thing just slip out from under it as it falls prone. So yeah, as it's prone, it has to stand up as an action, or no, as half of its movement. It has disadvantage on attack rolls, and melee attacks have advantage on it now. Did you want to do anything else?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna back up a little and that's it.
Cool. Okay. Let's see. Bjorn, you're up next.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk kind of around Belial and get in within 5 feet and just like great axe, like try to decapitate this rat.
Okay, sounds good.
Get me. It's fine.
Oh
Just
yeah,
whatever.
I forgot
Yeah.
that. I think this is a D20.
Ooh, nice.
Plus here.
So 23.
Yeah, definitely hits.
Awesome. So 1d12.
Yeah, D12 plus 4.
That's 12.
12.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's plenty. You kind of duck and curl around Belial, and with that motion, swing your axe upward, cleaving its head from its body, its form bisected and launched into the darkness below.
Nice.
It's the rat's turn. Let's see. Okay, so it uses half of its movement to stand up. And kind of slippy slides its way over to Bjorn. It's its turn there. Okay.
You gotta do it.
Its turn. Okay. And it is going to.
Oh.
Just ignore the d20 there.
Oh.
I don't know what happened.
He
Oh,
clicked it
God.
way too many times.
Not
so
that
far,
many
like,
times.
Let me.
It's still growing. Okay.
There it goes.
I'm gonna roll it and see if the bite attack hits.
Oh, where'd it go?
It's up in the air.
5 plus 4, 9 to hit on Bjorn.
No.
Okay. So yeah, it tries to make its way across to you and take a bite, but just kind of slips on one leg and totally misses. It makes another saving throw to see if it falls again. I'll roll on the dice tower. 6 plus 3, it falls again as it tries to bite you. It just slips once more and falls on its back, kind of squirming. Yopa, you have higher dex than Bjorn, so since you're on the same initiative, you go first, Yopa.
This rat is just on its back.
Yeah, it's currently kind of just like, yeah, waving its legs around.
Waving its legs around. It sounds like the perfect time to stab it with my rapier.
Sounds perfect.
Okay, so d20 plus 5 to hit.
D20 plus 5. 11.
11. 11 just misses. But since you have a dagger as well, daggers have the light property, so you can make a second attack with your dagger.
I would like to do that.
Cool. So same thing, d20 plus 5 to hit.
Oh. 20.
Ooh, 13.
18. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
total
hits.
18.
So dagger is D4 damage plus 3.
Oh,
So the pyramid guy plus 3.
pyramid. Yeah. Plus
1 plus 3, 4.
yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you take a quick swipe across with your rapier and just it just kind of glances off the grease, and you kind of flip the dagger in your hand and thrust downward with it and manage to make contact with it there. Torin, it's your go.
Okay. I am going to move up a little bit and wait for my thing to click properly. Okay. I'll move up to here, not on the grease, but in front of it, and I cast Sacred Flame,
Okay.
and it needs a save on a Dexterity save.
Okay. That's a 7.
Yeah, it doesn't make it, so that's going to be a D8. Oh, that's not the right one. 6 points of damage.
Yep, that's enough. How does the sacred flame take out this last rat?
Well, first I'll say to youngest, look away. And I'll kind of like put my arm around her and kind of make her go behind me a little bit, and then I'll point my hammer towards the rat and cast it, and it's just about a flame, and there's so much flame that when it dissipates, there's just no more rat there anymore. It's just bubbling oil and grease.
Oh.
Smells like rat bacon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, imagine the
No.
Yeah, so you just vaporize this last rat in kind of a pillar of divine flame as silence comes once more upon this ledge.
I might have to take a breather, guys.
Fire, really? Isn't that a bit overkill?
I mean, it definitely killed, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't want to step on the grease. Couldn't get close enough for my hammer.
I thought you were going to step on the grease. I was excited to see you sliding around. Nice. So yeah, as the quiet kind of takes the ledge once more, you look down the 5-foot wide stairs that descend from this area. They don't look like they should be dangerous to traverse, but you'll see, I guess, there's 3 small landings that lie along the route. The first at kind of 60 feet above the floor, the second at 40 feet above the floor, and descending below to, it looks like a courtyard of some sort. You kind of sit for a minute and take stock, try to calm yourself and collect your thoughts as you consider the rest of your journey going forward, and that's where we'll go ahead and end this evening.
Woo.
All right.
Cool.
Woohoo!
I just want to keep going.
As long as we don't have to kill any more rats, I'm down.
Yeah, it's not me. It's the I'm using like a pre-written module.
I know.
When I saw the rats, I was like, oh no.